Hey guys, welcome in. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. We're on day 7,797, which means we're going to see 7,800 today. And we're working on the ice boat racetrack that we started 2 days ago. Was it 2 days? I think it's 2 days. Either way, we're actually making good progress. We're low-key cooking. You know what else is cooking? UHCG episode 2. It seems to be going really well. I'm a little nervous, but also really excited. Daily Panda TV, almost 8,000 is crazy. We're gonna get there in October, I think. Benny Captain, welcome in. Yo, dude, so your stream's kinda dead. You can post some real eyes in there quick. No. That's sketch, dude. People will find it. Infinity Shadow, welcome to the stream. Brittany, Nona, Mickey Cat, Room 6. Zavi, hope you guys are doing good. Danger, Wavy, welcome in. CJ, Connor, James. Liz Coast, welcome. I need to get a book, guys, and then we're gonna start building. Daily Panda, your Panda J Hammer or Panda Gamer on YouTube. That actually makes so much sense. I like this name. Daily Panda TV has a good ring to it. Also, it's easier to read out. I get so tangled up in the other one. I did not hear one word you said. Let me turn you guys up a little bit. Eldritch Wendigo, yo, good to see you. I think it's the 21st of September 2025. My mic sounds horrendous. Oh, Fire's mic. That's less problematic. I actually don't think it's that bad. Real Reason, welcome in. World looks massive. Like creative mode craziness. Pretty no name. Should I take you on a little... Oh my god. Wait, I was saying should I take you on a little tour and actually do that. But Infinity Dude, thank you for the 5. I bet you'd be 10 to 20 seconds late. Surprisingly, you were early. So I guess I lost. Here's my bet. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to put Infinity and Sarah is going to go in the book as well. Happy Sunday. The concert was in fact epic. Alex's band got second in the competition. And today is my birthday. Holy crap, Sarah. You know what? I think today gets a solo solo page to commemorate Sarah's redonkulously. Do you? I feel like that. I have no idea how that's spelled, but it's not a real word, so it doesn't really matter. Ridiculously epic day. Eldritch Wendigo with the 10 gifted. Oh my god, dude. Thank you. We're gonna put Alex and Aiden on page 1, and then I have typing to do. We're not even started. Eldritch Wendigo. Guys, I'm gonna give you that quick tour that I just promised you a second ago. We're gonna put Mickey Cat in the book. We're gonna put Eldritch Wendigo gifted a membership to Eldritch Wendigo is epic. That's only the second time that's ever happened. Torben Michielsen is going to go in the book. Core Swain goes in the book. The other time that happened was funnier. I'm going to tell you about it. Christina Smith goes in the book. Miss Mori got one gifted. Hold up. Osama got a membership gifted as well. Without the N. Oh, then we have Sarah's solo page. Well deserved. We have Spectre X840. We have Elasticucci. And we have Distraught Potato. I'm just skipping over some of these names. we're not talking about this. Kimmo Pet's gonna go in the book as well. Eldritch Wendigo, crazy. Thank you so much. That I think warrants a red name. So there you go. Guys, the other time that happened with the gifted membership on YouTube, that like, if you guys are watching on Twitch has a, you can gift subs and you can target someone. On YouTube you can't. It's just random. There is one cool thing about the gifted subs on YouTube, and that is that they sort of give preference to people that have been spending a little time on the stream. So you're more likely to get it. There is one completely busted feature though. You can technically gift a membership to yourself by just randomly gifting it, which is very weird. Skibbity Emily, thank you for the £2 dono. What a name. Skibbity Emily. I first stream and watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. We're going to put Room 6 in the book as a bonus name. You know what? Let's put Daily Panda from over on Twitch in the book, and Z Liskos goes in the book, or Lisko goes in the book as well. Must have the word epic, did I? Epi day. I mean, could be an epi day. We kind of like, let's make this look good. The epi day did not look right. Thank you for pointing out, Lisko. Okay, that's just caught up. Let's actually fly around the world for a bit. Oh my god, Infinity. Dude, you're due a red name too, I think. If Minecraft had never been made, thank you for the 20. What game would you be playing instead, and would you still be making videos on it like you do now with Minecraft? Dude, no. I think if Minecraft didn't exist, I would have never became a YouTuber. Because, like, it just made sense in the context of Minecraft, because I thought Minecraft was so cool. Which is kind of wild to think about, because, like, when I first started making videos, I'd been playing the game for 3 months. And then COVID happened, and all of that sort of turned into a very positive optimal clusterfuck where it was like, yo, this is what I gotta do. I gotta try this out for at least 2-3 months, see if it's for me, if I like it, and if it has real potential. And then I think 3 months later it was my full-time job, which is just wild the way that played out. Guys, let me count. I started in May, and then June, July happened. After June, July, I had my first solid payment in August. So that's like 3 months had passed. And that was like, I think it was $400. So it wasn't that much. And the month after it was 1,600, and the month after that it was a full-time job. Crazy how that went. But dude, happy to be here. Like, so happy to be here, guys. Very quick fly the world for a quick fly around the world for those of you who are here for the first time today. Great timing, Wavy. Really, I completely went to the wrong place. Let's go down here. Still works. 400 is very good. Right, 400 is massive if you're just getting started. Like, that's actually crazy. It all happened with the 2000 Day movie. That's the thing that really started it. And that's crazy because, like, that video popped off really, like, it did really well with the crappy thumbnail that I made for it. Like, that was a horrendous thumbnail. I don't even remember how well, like, or how bad that thumbnail was, but it was bad. And then, like, the build was cool though, so the screenshot carried, I guess. Then after that, I actually I got reached out to by, well, oh no, I got a comment from Nestorio, and Nestorio like did a lot for me. That dude is super cool. He just found my video, he commented on it. I sent him an email and I was like, yo, that what you wrote actually meant a lot. I just got started doing this, yada yada. And then I was like, could you like do maybe have 15 minutes for me on Discord just to talk YouTube a little bit? And then we called for, I think, like an hour and a half. I had never heard of this man. I had never talked to him. He just freed up like a chunk of his morning, and we just talked forever. And he connected me to Zeddy, and Zeddy is one of the coolest people I've ever worked with, because Zeddy is hyper reliable. Like, in a creative space, things do get delayed. People do deliver things past due. Not Zeddy though. Zeddy always comes through. And Zeddy cooked the thumbnail for the 2008 movie. I changed the thumbnail, and then it just shot from 1 million views to 3 million views in like 2 weeks or something. Thumbnails do matter. Guys, we're teleporting back to my starter house right now, and then we're gonna make an ice boat racetrack. Snazzy, what's the UHCG? Wow, it was epic. Dude, I'm so happy with all the comments of people liking the UHCG video. Because, like, I love that world so much. I love that project so much. And there's so much more that I, like, have in store for you guys. Yesterday, I told the first person... Something just completely froze? Oh, my Minecraft just full-on crashed. Wow. That was like an insta-crash. It, like, completely shut the game down. Keep the change. You awesome sauce, man. Elders Running Go, thank you for another $2 dono. Guys, we're rebooting. Are we on a black screen? No, we're not. Hold up, give me a second. We're probably gonna re-roll a few minutes there. I hope the book doesn't re-roll though. Okay, let's wait till the save finish it. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, that's occupational hazard. You know what, guys? I've been having this issue a lot. Let's revamp these stasis chambers right now, because this keeps on happening where on a world reload, these only have one block to bob. I think they need two, and then it's much less likely that we sort of get stuck in the inner workings of the teleporter system. I love the new UHCG fans. So young yet so naive. I don't know, man. Like, they've probably seen a bunch of YouTube videos before. Like, they'll have to learn about UHCG, but they're not young and naive. That's wrong. Eldritch Wendigo, dude, thank you for the 2 there. I'm gonna, like, is the book intact? The book does seem intact. We're gonna put Nishal Kanal in the book as a bonus name. And Montgomery. Looney, we can't hear you. That's not true. Montgomery. There we go. Christian, nice try. Okay, wait, let me see. Did I put a pearl down here? It's right here. Okay, I did. Guys, let's get some glass from storage. I want to fix that like issue with the teleporters. It's annoying as hell. Ginger Bar, welcome in. This is not me crashing, guys. This is just turning shaders on. Antramos, thank you for the follow 10 minutes ago. It's so good. You'll enjoy it so much. Are we talking UHCG? Like, literally, guys, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Oh, something else? Well, then enjoy that thing. Teach him side, welcome in. So, sometimes I just read a message and I just assume fully what it was about. I feel like a lot of the time I get it wrong, but I think that's pretty natural. Wave me, have I gone to the world border yet? I have not gone to the world border, and realistically, I don't think I will. Like, it's a very YouTuber thing to do, right? But I have a really, really cool world towards, like, the center of the world. So I kind of feel like I don't really have anything to gain at the world border. I mean, you can get a hyper cool death message there, but I'm not really in the business of getting death messages, so don't really know what to do there. Anish, welcome in. And Ranger, welcome in as well. World is absolutely nuts. Looks amazing. Thank you, dude. Did I look at that Enderman? Yes or no? No. It low-key felt like I did. Dude, we really... Oh my god. You know what, guys? I don't even care if 122 is the end update or not. I just want Minecraft to... I want Mojang to announce what 122 is now. Because, like, once I know if I can, like, start building an end build. It's so freaking annoying that I have to go through that end dimension and there's nothing there. It's the only part of my world where it really, really falls apart. And I hate it. Because, like, everything else, the transition into the end, super awesome. Love it. Just... both sides, the nether, the overworld, everything works. And then you have that freaking end dimension and there's just nothing there. Okay, guys, I think my world has a problem. And it's essentially this. Do we... Let's kill all the pearls while we're at it. I don't know if that really fixes anything. So... The thing that happens is upon, like, recently this version we've had a bunch of just random crashes. That is like a bit of an alarming thing if you have a long-term world. I have been taking like somewhat more consistent backups because of this, because like we're not gonna lose this world to corruption. We're just not. If something starts going wrong, I'm just gonna start purging files until I've narrowed down where the problem is. But I think the issue is that like I suppose Ender Pearls are in your player data, not in the actual world data, because they're player bound. Like they activate when a player enters the world or joins the server. So I think there's some duplication there that I need to narrow down, and then everything is just chill. I really do hope that 121.9 is more stable, because 121.7 was kind of crappy, and then we got 121.8, which is essentially the Intel update, and it just fixed rendering for like a ton of broken things. Ow. Dude, that idea worked, except there was a hole in the ceiling. Fair enough. And then, okay, we're out again. So that should fix that issue. It's not much, but it's fixed. Trisha, welcome in. And Harry the Monkey, welcome in as well. Looney, what's an update you would really like to see other than the end update? You can put all the updates where the sun don't shine, but just give me an end update. Okay, that was probably not a PG-13 answer. So what kind of update would I like? Dude, honestly, I really don't know. I literally, like, surprise me. I kind of want any sort of update is great. I like the Copper Age a lot, but nothing is just gonna like beat an end update. We really need it. Hardcore Legacy, want to see more? When to expect the next episode? Jacob, have you seen yesterday's episode? So I just released a new one. The next one, episode 3, I'm gonna like finish the recording over the next 4 or 5 days. Then we have to edit it though, and I think like a good USCG episode needs to be in the oven for 3 weeks if we get no delays. And if we get delays, and delays is literally me not wanting to kill my editor because he's a great dude and I kind of like him alive. He's a great editor too, and like he's when I asked him if he was like interested in an editing gig, because I literally like his style on his own videos. Channel is called Apples05, by the way, if you can find it. It's a bit weird, but I can't find apples in the YouTube algorithm, or well, like I can't reference the account even when I use the right handles. But that's why you can't click it in the description. But his name is there. Look for that name if you check Apples05. I just found Apples from his own videos, and I was like, yo, this is kind of cool, and you definitely have a feel for this. It just never really clicked. So I asked Apples if he was like interested in an editing gig, and then the first thing he said is, "I'm not a professional editor though. I think you should know that." And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but like, I see what you're making, and you definitely understand Minecraft. And that's like probably the most important thing for someone who edits Minecraft videos, right? So I think Apples is great. I think he's absolutely crushing it, and I also think that Apples has a ton of growth in him. Like there's a man can go far. So I'll try to not kill him by pushing too hard for the episode deadlines, if that's all right with you guys. No, like jokes aside, and like shout out to Apples aside. I think a good episode needs about 3 weeks in the oven to be properly produced. And if it's not ready, then it's probably going to be a week longer. But I'm gonna try and like keep the gaps under a month, because I feel like that's probably good. I love the MLG edits every time left. It's funny because like he started doing those, and I was like, I might have to do just more kind of gameplay tricks. Like I'm not gonna MLG from heights because I'm like I play without totems in UHCG, and I'm gonna keep doing that. And I don't want to die, but maybe some wind burst block clutches maze action if I can get a maze. That could be interesting, because I do like those edits too. They look great. Noam, what shaders do I use? This is complementary shader. I literally just looked at the sky to see if I had complementary or complementary reimagined clouds, because I used reimagined in UHCG, and I was recording in UHCG this morning. Only flashback recording though. Also, I finished a quest hub quest this morning in USCG. I'm gonna let you guys guess as to which one it was. Ice looks so smooth, Subman. It kind of looks great, right? Why am I making 2 layers of ice? So we don't get flowing water. Underneath, yes. Wait, am I actually... This might just be the ice layer. I'm not even gonna bother breaking it. I'll just leave it as ice. That works. You barely see that. Like, I didn't really need to do that. Yeah, I should have approached it a little bit different, but the bottom layer's already done, so it's fine. I was thinking about filling this river while it had to be an icy river. That's kind of crazy. Swallow-Dax, what's the closest I've been to dying in this world? It's an interesting question because I have to answer it twice. So the closest I got to losing the world was when I got stuck in the end. And that's an amazing story if you want to see it. There's a video on my YouTube channel also called Looney. And that video has... it's titled 0 to 5,000 days, or from start to art, 0 to 5,000 days. Look it up. There's a story in there about how I tried to respawn the dragon, then left in the middle of the respawn animation, and the dragon didn't spawn in, but also I had no portal to get home. The fix was amazing, and I wouldn't have done it, like, I wouldn't have pulled it off if I wasn't streaming and had, like, it's a busy stream, though. There were 1,500 people there by the end, because, like, it just kept filling up. Because the title got changed to I'm stuck in the end. And then everybody just joined to see what was going on. I tried to help. Eventually, after like almost an hour of trying everything, somebody cooked the solution. So that's the closest I got to losing the world, because I hadn't been able to make it out of the end. I had to just like stop playing the world and retire it in the end. That happened about 100 days in, so by now that's 7,800 days ago. The closest I got to dying in the world was a different moment, where I took 0 damage. But I had made, like... I was in a snowy biome. That's where I spawned. I went mining underground, and then I wanted to set up a beacon for... Actually, like, a mini beacon with haste 1 to mine an iron vein for my regular beacon. I had put a water bucket down at the end of the hole, and I was about to jump down there. And then something told me, like, I probably shouldn't jump here. It feels wrong. So I put a water bucket down, I flow all the way down, and then because I was in a snowy biome and it had sky access, the water bucket had frozen over. So I would have straight up died there. But both of those were like in the first 100 days. I have popped totem since then, but only to fall damage shenanigans. So we're kind of chilling. I do, like, I'm not super convinced that I'll never die in the world, but I do literally think that by now the skill set is there to survive forever. I just have to not be dumb. And I do dumb things sometimes. do. Ebron, welcome to the stream, and Potty Mouth, welcome in as well. Real Wolfcan, what are we working on? So, there's an iceboat racetrack over there, and there's a main base over there. So what I want to do is expand the ice to all the way over there, so we can iceboat race from spawn to my main base, or the other way around. And right now they're not connected. Pilot, welcome to the stream, and Giggy Apollo, welcome to the stream as well. What made me restart? After dying in the old world, I just restarted it in, like, the same day. I didn't want to... I love that world a lot, but I also didn't feel like my Minecraft playing days were over or something. I'm kind of glad, because, like, this new world has just turned out way cooler. The other world would have been cool as well. I think it would have ended just... I think I would have played it till around 12,000 days. We died 6,560. The ending of the other one would have been epic, though. I think everybody would have loved it. Nether Hub in that world was so cool though, Daily Panda. Yeah, but this world has history though. This world just, it's seen more stories, and it's gonna see more stories. So, like, it's also, guys, I know a little bit, if assuming I don't die, right? Assuming I'm actually good at the game. I know a little bit about where the world's gonna go in the next year. And, like, where the world's gonna go in the next year is literally what I've been working towards for 3.5 years. So, we're gonna see some crazy things, and it's gonna turn into something really special. Knowing that beforehand is something else. The Revoluni will be undeniable. Igmal, welcome in, and Alexander, welcome in as well. Is the code solved? The puzzle from the old world? It is not. No. Let me turn off shaders while it's nighttime. That's gonna be a bit dark. This vine, it's like it plays by its own rules. To be fair, I'd do the same if I were a vine. I would definitely deny gravity. Guys, let me chug the coffee. And water to wash it down. Montgomery, this is what we call foreshadowing about the Revoluni. You guys don't even know. Did I finish the house this morning in UHCG? Which house, Spenna? Is there a house that needs finishing? Mayo 2 Dogside, Glenn, 202 days to a milestone. Any plans? Yo, I got some flipping cool plans. Should I tell you about it? We're gonna make an 8,000 day poster, which is actually really flipping cool. And I found a super cool artist for it. Let me be. Thank you for the 1,000 Hungarian Florian. UHCG video was a banger. Thank you. Really means a lot. We're gonna put Everett in as a bonus name. When's the next one? So we were just talking about it. I'll try to keep the production time for the episodes under a month. I can't guarantee that all the way through because I'm not working on by myself. Apples 05 is helping out as an editor. Apples is amazing. I don't want to kill Apples in the process. So if a video needs more time, then we'll take more time. I think that's the right way to do it. Oh, Daily Penna. Maybe you already did it, but there was a board with I didn't finish this house. Maybe someone can make it after me. That house has been transformed into Dillo Hotel, which is the XP farm that I use. Happened in episode 1. I think that one played out well. It really fit the aesthetic for founders or for the shallows. It's actually really cool, guys, to have to build. Like I don't have to build. Like I could wait, I should finish that sentence before I correct it. To have to build in other people's styles. Because like every area that exists in UHCG already kind of has its own signature. Wait, this is weird. Guys, that's sketching me out. Was that a render issue? That was kind of strange for a second. I really need 121.9 to come around because like 121.8 is sussing me out like hell. he had to have dementia or something. It's fine, it's fine. Guys, should I like make daily backups for as long as we're playing 121.8? Okay, my mods seem pretty convinced that I really should. I probably should. Multiple hard drive backups? Ooh, that's some serious backupage. King Dredgel, welcome to the stream. It's like job insurance to back up my world. That's actually fair. Dude, I just feel sketchy backing up hardcore worlds. I feel like backups shouldn't exist, but I really have to get past that because like 121.8 is sketchy as hell, and like it's just dumb not to have a backup right now. Season 1, I was such a flippin' purist. I didn't take backups at all because I thought it was cheating. That's crazy, actually. AJ is calling me out, saying that's the stupidest thing he ever heard. It's fair. It's actually fair. Unemployment insurance, right? Fucko, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Dude, why am I so dumb? Can anybody explain that? Dredgel, what are we working on? So I have a naturally generated iceboat racetrack from right around here to my world spawn, which is like 4,000 blocks away. And I wanted to extend it all the way to my base. So we're freezing over a river. Then we're gonna make the freezing over the river look good. Then we're gonna decorate a little bit, and then we probably need to add a bunch of snow, but steps along the road. Dude, that was not where my mace was. Ice crits are the new meta. Oh, dude, that would have been beautiful, but I saw that one going off path, and I wasn't gonna close the distance. Would have been beautiful. Mace versus Phantom is like is a dope fight. They're actually so hard to hit. I'm getting better at them slowly. But why am I simply not simply sleeping so I don't have to deal with the mobs? Because I don't. In total, I've hit a bed 14 times. Some of those are skipped nights, some of them are not. Some of them are misclicks, which I was really sad about. So I have this epic streak of not sleeping, and I kind of want to keep it going. Let me watch a shader pack. It's called Complementary Shader. Ben, I'll see you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Yes is saying I'm afraid not, which makes me wonder if he's also naked. But like that's a weird question, so I'm not gonna ask that. Context, that's the weirdest thing ever. Guys, I just had a call with Minnie about a this is gonna be epic, about a mini season of Naked and Afraid. We're actually and dude, he had such a flipping cool idea for when and how to do it. So he's gonna try and sort something big for Naked and Afraid, and I am gonna sort the rule set over the next week. Okay, dude, lock in. Mace the Phantoms. Mace the flippin' Phantoms. You're better than them. Ah, dang it. Dude, they're so hard to hit. Best mace user. I'm using the Phantoms for practice. By the time I get to mace players, they better run and hide. Because hitting a player should be so much easier than hitting a phantom. I saw some really cool like mace defense, where like if somebody tried to mace you, you just catch them on the way down with cobwebs or crystal or whatever. It's messed up. Crony V, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. No bow for Naked and Afraid rule set. I don't know. Like I think we're gonna go for a different twist because it's gonna be a. I don't know what I should tell you already. I don't really mind. Spoilers are not a big deal here. I'm not gonna tell you the details. I'm not gonna tell you the dates, but it's gonna be a mini season, and we're gonna live stream all of it. So it's not like a canon Naked and Afraid season, even though there's no like overarching storyline or anything. But surviving the mini season just doesn't count as surviving. But it's like I don't think we need major changes like no bow. That could be great for the next main season. What made me decide to become a Minecraft YouTuber after my old job? When look, I just really like making things. I like designing things. Used to be a balloon artist before, but literally the thing that got me Minecrafting or Minecraft YouTubing is COVID. Like, all of a sudden my job didn't exist and everything was on the internet. So I was like, you know where I should be? I should go out and touch grass. No, that's not what I did. I went the other way. Astronauts UNCG video is great. Thank you. King Brainroll, welcome in. We're just continuing the ice river. Hugo, why am I placing ice? So I can ice boat all the way from my main base to my world spawn. But hi, Sucker, yo, welcome in. Good to see you. It's been too long since I watched one of your streams. Too long since I saw you. Have you seen UHC Generations yet? If not, go check it out. I think you'll really, really dig it. Also, you're pretty adept at redstone, right? Have you seen my teleporters? Would you say it's harder now to become a creator, Skyuler? I mean, you could say that, but like, I think it's a different way of phrasing it. So during COVID, a lot of creator careers got started. A lot of those creators also had to quit in between now and then. There's a lot of people who started in COVID, had it happen back then, but didn't like figure out all the how to be a creator things that they needed to survive in a more competitive market. Then the question, was it easier now then, or is it harder now? Doesn't really summarize it well, because even if you started it then, you might not have been able to make it through. That's just like, there was a ton of demand and no supply of videos to keep up with it at that moment in time. So demand and supply changes all the time. I think it's just as hard now to build a sustainable creator career as it was back then. Keyword being sustainable. I got really close to having to not do this as a full-time job. But I also like, in between me starting this and now, I love this so flippin' much. Like, I started caring about it a lot, so I just kind of brute forced it. And now, finally, I feel like I'm learning the things that I need to learn. Did I meet Clown before YouTube? I believe he was a balloon artist too. I don't think he's a balloon artist. Clown is like Clown's entire family, they're artists in one way or another. I don't think any of them are balloon artists specifically. But I didn't meet Clown. I didn't meet Clown before YouTube. I met Clown because he beat me in a award show. We were both nominated for Best Hardcore Series. Me because I had survived 6,000 days and built some epic stuff, and then Clown because he uploaded one video where he went to the Nether without armor and got blaze rods. And that is how Naked and Afraid originally... like, that's where Naked and Afraid came from. That's what sparked the idea. King Brainroll, what is balloon art? Mods, does any of you have a have like the link to my Instagram? Can you put it in the Discord and I'll click it? Just save some typing. Just like grab that picture of the lion or something, and I'll just flash that one on the screen real quick. We got some time, no rush. What is balloon art, King Brainroll? So the way I'd explain it is, you know what a balloon animal looks like. But now try and figure out what a balloon animal looks like if you make it out of, like, say 10,000 balloons. Will you add a YouTuber like Clown to this world just to add to the hype? But Clown actually has been on this world, and he's a bit of a jerk, so he stole my old netherite set, my dragon egg, and I suspect all my backup tools. I'm gonna have to recover them one day. It's a bit problematic. Because, like, how do you tell someone like Clown Bears to give your stuff back? I heard that doesn't always play out well. Ask nicely. Asking nicely has never prevented Clown from killing anyone. Okay, guys, wait, real quick. I'll show you what balloon art is. Oh, that picture is perfect, AJ. Thank you. Dude, I'm clicking all the wrong things. Open link. Yes, this is what I want to do. Okay, guys, this is balloon art. Under there's like there's a golf cart, so we drove it around for a theater parade. That's insane. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I made things from balloons for a living. And I'll do it again. I'll do it again, like, connected to the content career. But when the time is right. It's one of those things where you only get to make one first impression. And I haven't really done any balloon art connected to the channel yet. So I want to do it and then just absolutely blow everybody's mind. So you gotta get the timing right. That's cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Went from YouTube to here. Seems the sound is better. Voka, that's interesting. Because I'm sending out the exact same signal. What could be is that your audio level for two platforms is different, because there's literally nothing different about my output signal between YouTube and Twitch. How do you get on such a career path, Ranger? Dude, that's a super valid question. Guys, you're asking all the right questions, so you're getting loony story time. Some of you might know the story. If you don't, enjoy, because it's kind of crazy. So. It all started when I was but a wee lad, just like Struggle Bum when he was dreaming in the village. One day, I was sick from school, and my mom at the time, she had a company, and the company did many things. But one of the things the company did is they had a store, and in the store people could buy like professional like theater makeup. I don't really know what to call that in English, but I think you guys get the picture of what it is. And then they also sold party supplies, some, and they also sold balloons, like balloons you could make balloon animals with. My mom also, like, for openings of businesses and stuff, she would make balloon arches and all that. And sometimes she'd ask me to help her with a project. Whenever that happened, I just complained loudly about how my hands really hurt and I didn't want to do it. I did not like the balloons one bit. But then one day, when I was but a wee lad, I was actually sick from school. I think it was like 15 at the time, something like that. Not really a wee lad, but so there, like, I'm sick at home. I'm bored out of my mind, and there's like a bag of balloons on the table and a booklet with like balloon designs for like the animals and stuff. Because my mom was practicing something, and because I was bored, I just started like sort of speed running the booklet. I just started building the things, and then I had one and I built another, and I mostly spend like the entire day doing that. And then my mom just came home and she lost her mind. She's like, did you make this? I'm like, yeah. She's like, how? I'm like, there's just all these designs in the book, you can just make them. And she's like, she was actually mad, disappointed, and impressed at the same time because she had been trying this for weeks and it wasn't really working. After that, I didn't really think about it much. Went off to college for the first time, and then during the holidays, I grew up in a place where there was a beach there, and people would go on vacation and just like live in like bungalow parks and whatnot. And because of that, there was a lot of like entertainment happening for kids staying there, families staying there. So I just made a bunch of no, this is how it happened. My mom, as it was almost summertime, she called me as I was in college, and she's like, yo, there's this workshop from a guy who makes these crazy things with balloons, and you should go check it out. And I'm like, nah, I wanna just stay here with my friends and play Mario Kart, and I'm not really interested. And she's like, no, you should really go. It's $50, and they serve pizza for lunch, and I'll pay it for you. I'm like, okay, I guess. So we go do that, and it turned out that it was actually really, really cool, because this guy, he made things like I knew how to make a few things from balloons, right? But he made things where I just looked at it and I had absolutely no flipping idea how it worked. And that to me was intriguing. So I went to the workshop. I really enjoyed it because it was cool. Then I played around like building things and designing some odd things from balloons for like 2 weeks. And my mom told me to make pictures. At the end of it, I just made like a little composition of all the pictures. It wasn't like, there wasn't much. It was just a bunch of balloon pictures, and I sent that to a bunch of these animation companies or entertainment companies that provided the entertainment for the for like all the campsites, and they rented out bouncy castles, those kind of companies. I reached out to 5 of them, I think, saying, hey, I can do this balloon thing, and this is how much I charge for an hour to make it on site. And then all 5 of those companies, they ended up hiring me for the summer. So I started a company myself doing the balloon animation thing. And I did that for like 2 summers. Then it really like sort of fizzled out. I didn't spend more time doing it. I didn't really care about it anymore. It was like nice work, but I didn't like to go all the way back to where my parents lived. I had more fun in the town or the city where my university was. So I stopped doing the balloon thing. Except for one special occasion. I lived in a student house at the time with 15 other people, and we did these house parties where we'd like clear out the entire living room, stuff all the furniture in our like dorm rooms, and we get a DJ, we hire like light rigs and sound equipment and whatnot, and then we'd sell €5 tickets to 300 people. And the house would be incredibly busy, but we'd have a great time. For those parties, I ended up like doing the balloon thing anymore, or again. And like the things I would do is, we'd had these plastic cups, like red cups essentially, for the beer, but they were transparent. And I made like beer mugs out of balloons around those, where it looked like they had foam coming out and stuff, and those looked really cool. Just made like 100 of those things for the party. And then one year I made like, I had a friend who had a birthday, and I made this stupid hat of like a character on top of it, just juggling beers in 2 hands. It was all very much party oriented at that time. And this is where my life got crazy. Because at that moment, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with just life in general. I was in university. I was studying to be a media researcher. I knew at the time that it wasn't really what I wanted. But I felt like I can go to university, so I should. And I'll have something to, just like a piece of paper that shows you have some qualifications. And then one day, one of my friends, like one of my roommates, he just came up to me and he says like, dude, I have a weird question. you do something with balloons, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, so my band is playing this big festival in 3 days, and last minute we decided that it'd be really cool if we had like these super big black and white balloons to throw in the audience because it matches the artwork and the aesthetic. Can you arrange that? I looked at him and I was like, sure, yeah, I can do that. So I start calling these balloon companies to see if they have the balloons, but nobody has that amount because they wanted like 80 of both colors, and they're pretty. Balloon companies will have like, or stores will have like 6 to 10 in store, maybe 20 if it's a bigger one. So I ended up calling everyone, driving all around the country, and picking up balloons for a day. Then I couldn't go to the festival with the band because their tour van was already full. Like they had sound technicians and light technicians and their tour manager, and it was a big show for them. Like this was their breakthrough year, and they like the band got big. But as we went to the festival, like I couldn't travel with them. So what I did is I took the very last train there, and I just packed my bag with balloons and an inflator and breakfast for the next morning and a camping tent. But this festival has a real problem with people wild camping, which is not allowed. So what they'll do is they'll have like security checkpoints with somebody from the festival and a police officer, and they'll scan for wild camping tents. So I take the last train, I have all my stuff including my tent, and I go on a walk until like I haven't seen one of those checkpoints for about 1 kilometer. And at that point, I double back into the forest there. I set up my tent and I set my alarm for 4:45 in the morning or 5:15. I don't know, like around 5, stupidly early, because I wanted to be out of that forest before the control started up for the morning. Pack up my tent, have my breakfast, start walking. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the walk, I see one of the security guys and a police officer. And I'm just walking there with like my tent on my back and all and everything, but they're on the other side of a road, and they just wave at me, and I like sort of sheepishly look at them and wave back, and then both of them, they just stick up their thumb to signal good game, well played, which was hella funny. Then I go to the festival, and I like arrive there super early. I go and have coffee and breakfast, and I have to wait for like 2 hours, maybe a little bit more, and then the band shows up, and everybody is just like, dude, why are you already here? How'd you get here? And I tell them the whole story. Everybody is like, this guy, what the hell? And they're like, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope that you went out of your way to do that. Later into that day, the guy who's selling merchandise, like t-shirts for the band, I'm talking with him, I'm just sitting there, and he tells me how it's his last time that he's doing that because he got a grown-up job, and like he had to lock in. And at the end of the day, that was like one of the days that I had the most fun I had had in years. And the reason that I had the most fun was like, they were all cool people, but also they really flipping cared about what they did. The crew cared, the band cared, and it was a good show. It got well received. The reviews were crazy. They played the main stage on that festival in front of, I don't know, like 30,000 plus people, and that was the first time they had a crowd that big. So I think I went up to my roommate and I told him like I had a really good time, and if you guys need somebody to fill in for merch at some point and like go along to sell shirts, I'd be super down to do it. So like a week or two later, I actually went to a party the night before. I was really hungover, but I get woken up by my roommate. He's like, we're leaving in 30 minutes. Do you want to come? I'm like, sure. So I get up. I had to like hitch a ride with their photographer, whom I had never known or never met. And when we stopped at the gas station, I was actually so hungover that I had to throw up while he was getting like a candy bar or whatever. Not in the car, side of the road. But I made it to the festival. I toughed it out, and I had a good time again. From there, they're like, okay, we have a couple more shows. Do you want to come? And 2 more shows down the road, we're in a dressing room, and the guitar player for the band is like, I have a question. I'm like, shoot, ask away. He's like, so in 3 weeks, we're playing this festival called Zwarte Cross, which translates to Black Cross. Not cross as in a cross figure, but cross as in motocross. And that was like, it's a music festival, but it's very motorcycle themed, like stunt bikes, dirt bikes. And he's like, could you make a motorcycle out of balloons for that festival? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I can totally do that. So then the entire band just looks at me, and one of them asks, have you ever done something like this though? I'm like, no, I've never done something like this. So they go like, dude, but it's like, this is dead serious. It's a big show for us. We can't just show up with like a crappy balloon motorcycle. That won't, it doesn't work. And after that show, that day, I just thought about it for a little bit. I made a design. I calculated how many balloons I would need. And then the next show, I was with them. I was like, guys, I want to ask you something. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, okay, so I thought about this this festival and the motorbikes and everything. And I did the math. And I think to get the balloons, make the thing, and get them there in a van, I'll have like 200 euros worth of expenses. How about you guys front me the money to do that? I just lock in and make the motorbikes. And then on the morning of the show, we open up the van after I bring them there. We look at them. And then either you guys say, okay, it's cool, we're going to do this. Or we close the van and never talk about it again. And then when I said never talk about it again, everybody absolutely cracked up. And they're like, sure, dude, whatever, we'll do this. So I went and did the motorbikes for the show. It was crazy. Like I spent 3 days working on it. And in those 3 days, I slept for like 4 hours in total. No, probably 5, but like not nearly enough. And I made the bikes. It worked. They turned out kind of crazy. We went to the festival. We opened up the van, and they are just like, dude, this is fire. We're absolutely gonna do that. So towards the end of the show, we actually throw the motorbikes in the crowd from the stage, me and their manager, because I made 2, and people just shredded them in like 30 seconds, which I fully expected. So like after the show, I think the drummer of the band, he's like, dude, like, how bad do you feel right now? I'm like, no, this is exactly what I thought would happen. It looks super cool. The footage is gonna be great. And then we spent like the rest of the night at the music festival, and like we'd find people that had like part of a balloon motorcycle tire around their neck, like deep into the night, which is epic. So 2 weeks after this, we need footage. Mods, can we get this on the Looney board? Like I'll get the motorbike footage, because I don't know if I can actually like find those right now. I can look for it in the break. But this is where the story got really, really sick, because guys, this story, by the way, it just keeps going. It's like it has so many chapters to it, and we're not nearly done, because like this story eventually like gets a gold record on my wall, like for a music release. It's weird, but so what happened from this moment? I did the motorbikes for the show, and then like 2 weeks later, I get a Facebook message, because everybody used Facebook back then, from a guy I'd never met. But said guy I never met was a professional balloon artist, and he had been for 20 years, and he's sort of like a pioneer in that field. But he made these really crazy projects all over the world. And he sends me a message. He's like, yo, I saw the pictures of this thing you did, and I think it's really cool. I actually do this for a living, and like here's some pictures of things I made. I'm gonna go to like a conference or a convention in a few weeks, and it's like a funny place, because like people go there to follow workshops on how to do this, but also to just goof off and like drink beer deep into the night. You should totally come. I think you'd like it. I'm like, sure, dude. So I buy a ticket for this thing. I go there. Ticket wasn't expensive at all. Like. I go there, and it was hella fun. I had so much. Dex! Oh my god, dude! Thank you for the $50. Looney, listening to your story is so calming. It's one of the many things about your streams that keep us coming back. Keep on trucking, my friend. Love the new UCG video. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you for the dono. Thank you for the beautiful words. I appreciate it. Let me grab the bonus names from over on Twitch. And guys, thank you for sitting. Like, I haven't been talking with you, but to you for a little bit. But trust the story. It's gonna keep getting better, or keep getting better. So, I get the message about going to the conference and or the convention. I go there. I have a great time. Like that was so random and so fun. It was also like really interesting because people that do balloon art, like nobody is like a balloon artist first and foremost. Everybody has something else, and then they also started doing balloons. So there were a lot of people there who are actually like professional clowns. They do clown shows for a living. And some of those people are amazing and hilariously funny. And some people have sort of an attitude towards life where they go like, you're a clown everywhere and always. And they're pretty flippin' intense about it. which is crazy. I was like, oh my god, sure, that's a lot, but okay, that works. I mean, think the ice melts only if we put torches next to it. It's gonna be fine. So that whole convention thing or conference, whatever, it was really, really fun. And I met a bunch of cool people that I had a lot of fun with. I met a bunch of clowns that were clowns everywhere and always, which was like kind of intense, but also pretty amazing in its own right. And then I just went on like doing my thing. And the thing at that point was I was touring with the band a lot. And after doing that for a few weeks, I actually like asked their manager if they if he wanted to like sit down for coffee, and he's like, sure, let's do it. So we set like a date. At that moment, I was organizing the student introduction for my college, like the college education I was following, which was really cool. And then in the middle of organizing all that and like a camp for people to go to get their like meet their new classmates for the year and stuff. I got to like sit down with the manager of the band, and I asked him like, I know that you're gonna have a new intern in like 6 months from now, which is hella long, and I don't know if you've ever planned this far ahead or like. And at the same time, I'm super aware that I'm on paper the least qualified person to apply for this. This is back, guys. That's not the right time. But I'm smart. I can learn. I like to learn, and I think I'd have a lot of fun doing this because like being there for the shows and like helping out with stuff has been the most fun that I've had in years. So if you have me, I'd love to intern for you 7 months from now. And he's like, dude, this is like, I didn't see this coming at all. And it was a really interesting moment too, because like we'd spent a good amount of time over the summer, because we were just like, I was there to do the merch. He was there to just check in and manage things and like get deals sorted and whatnot as the shows were going on. So we kind of became friends over that period just from hanging out. And then he's like, this is the last thing I imagined you were going to ask, but I'm actually super down. Let's do this. So we locked that in for 7 months later. And then a few weeks after that, I get a message from the balloon guy that I went to the convention with. And he asked me, and this is stupid. This is one of the craziest moments in my life to this day. He asked me, like, what are you doing this week? And I'm like, yeah, I have to do some things for the band. And like, I'm getting ready to start college. He's like, okay, but can you go to China on Thursday? I'm like, what? And he starts explaining to me how he has a project in China where they need to make like a 14 meter tall replica of a famous office building for a construction company for promotional thing. Crazy. And I'm like, sure. He's like, okay, so there's a guy already there, Guillermo. He's from Spain. He's a really good balloon artist. He can be a little bit intense, but you guys will get along. And I will come for like the last 50 hours of the project, and I'll help you guys out to finish it up. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do that. Then he like, from here it got wild because he was like, it's day 7,800, love it. So guys, from here this story gets really wild again because like the going to China was next week, and he's like, okay, so there's no way to get you a valid visa in that time. So we have like sort of a way to go around that, but it's a little sketchy, and it involves bluffing to Chinese authorities about where you're gonna stay. That was hella sketchy. And then I like showed up at the project, and this was also like a little while ago, guys. Random tangent on the side, but it's great context for this. A little while ago, we were talking about survival shows on this channel, about the show Alone, and I mentioned that I thought I'd do pretty well in a setting like that, because the circumstances don't tend to get me down. And then somebody said, what you're trying to say is adaptability or adaptable. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly it. Kind of relevant context for what happened in China. So I go there, I fly to Shanghai. I have to get on a train from the airport. I have to bluff my way through customs, which was like the craziest feeling ever. I was like, this is not going to be all right. But I sort of just like, I don't know. I wanted to go on the adventure. It all sounded epic. So I bluff my way through customs. I have to get on a train for 4 hours. And then after 4 hours, in this time, I have no communication with nobody. I know nothing. I just go on a train in China from the airport. Somebody brought me to the train. That was kind of nice. So I go on the train. I have to be on the train for 4 hours. I get picked up at the railway station. They bring me to a hotel to drop off my stuff. And then I immediately have to go to the project site, because the message was that they were running behind and there were some problems with communication. And luckily, the guy who hired me to do the project, he had prepared me a little bit for it. He's like, okay, so you got to understand that when you go to China, everything just works a little different there. And the reason behind it is just it's culture. And it's really hard to explain it to you right now. You'll kind of figure it out while you're there. But he gave me a good example. He said, in China, the concept of personal space, it doesn't really exist. Because the only personal space that people have is at their home, which is why a lot of the time they have no windows in their actual in their like homes next to the street. So in their home, like, they don't really invite a lot of people over. Usually, that's their personal space. Luke Noxity raid? Dude, I had no idea raiding was a thing. Luke, welcome in, dude. I'm telling my origin story. It's kind of crazy. I'll summarize sort of how it went. I made some balloon things. I had parties at university. I started touring with a band. I made motorcycles out of balloon for a music festival. Well, I've never done that before. And the deal was that if they were ugly, we'd close the band and never talk about it. But if they were good, we'd use them for the show. And then I got invited to China for a balloon project. It's all very strange. Thank you for the raid, guys. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. So as I'm there, he explained, like, there's no personal space. And like, what you're also going to run into is that the personal space thing was like, people have personal space in their home, but they're not used to having it outside. Which means that space is just like everybody's space. And it means that people can like go and stand really flipping close to you. And that's just not an offensive or annoying thing to do in Chinese culture. It just happens. So you just gotta like see what people do, adapt to it, and just be friendly and nice and grateful to everyone, and you'll be fine. And I'm like, sure. So I go to this place, and he also told me this. He told me that I'd have a translator there who communicated between me and the company. And this was the most important piece of advice he gave me beforehand. He was like, this person is gonna be a translator, but they have one job. And their job is to get their boss the best thing they can get them. Now, here's a problem, because you're going to be the balloon artist in this case, so you know what the best thing is because you know the design. He's going to just decide something else because it's more impressive. It's a better color. It's a better size. It's more stately. It's very weird. So he'll just come up with something else, and you have to find a way to get people to do what you need, while your translator is going to advise them to do something else. I'm like, okay, that sounds crazy, but we'll see. That's not translating, it's interpreting or something. So we get there. The guy who was translating was super smart. His English was perfect, and also this description was completely valid. We'd order like blue balloons for a certain part of the structure, and he just straight up like tell people to inflate silver because it was fancier. So then this is amazing. You remember how there was a Spanish guy there in the mix that was called Guillermo, and he was a really good artist but kind of intense. Guillermo is the most intense person I've ever met in my life. And he was like, by the time I got there, he'd been working with the people for 2 days. He was at war. I just arrived in a battlefield on my first balloon project ever because he did not like, he could not handle this translator just doing other things. So he would just start yelling at people in Spanish, which they didn't understand. And then somebody would like react to someone else in Chinese, which he didn't understand. And it was just crazy. So I get there, I haven't really seen the design. Like the guy who hired me told me about it, but he didn't like, I didn't see the full thing. So I got to see it there on Guillermo's laptop, and I had to figure out what it was. And then the first thing I had to do was calm everybody down. So what I said as I got there was like, Guillermo, you know what? We need to send everybody on break for like 30. And he's like, no break. We're behind. We have to, like, no, but dude, like it's chaos. We need to send everybody on break for 30 minutes so we can figure out a plan and actually get them to do what we need. So he's like, no break. But eventually I convinced him. And I think I mostly just convinced him because like he was so tired from already like being at war for 2 days that he was like, oh, whatever. Okay, I'll have a cigarette. You look at this thing. I'm like, okay, that works. That's a good step. So I figure it out, and then what I started doing is I made these little like paper slips that had the number of balloons and the sizes and the colors just colored in, and I started giving them to the people inflating, so they couldn't really do anything else than do what was on the paper. We just cut out the translator there, and that helped because now we got the right scale of balloons or the right size. Language barrier saved the day. 100%. If there was no language barrier there, somebody would have died. Like 100%. Okay, but if there was no language barrier, there wouldn't have been a war. I don't know. I think Guillermo would have found a way. He was so mad. So at that point, we have like the situation somewhat under control. I still don't really understand the design, but now at least we're getting the right colors that were in the Excel sheet that we had. From there, let me think. Okay, so from there we just started building the thing, but like the project was hectic. And when I say hectic, like there's to this day, I've never done anything nearly as insane as that balloon project, because I arrived in Shanghai. I took a train for 4 hours. I literally arrive at a war zone of a creative project where I have to sort of organize everything, even though I'm doing it for the first time. And then the thing that actually happened was I had to work for 50 hours straight and slept like 30 minutes in those 50 hours. I was like, by the time the project ended, I was so flippin' sick. Like and this was bad because I had a fever running and everything. And at the same time, there was like the airport was under extra security because people had bird flu. So they had heat scanners to pick off people like, and I had such a high fever that I was sweating, but I was literally like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back home. I don't want to be in China and go to the hospital right now. This is bad. I just want to go home. This is at the end of it though. Before that happened, the guy who actually hired me, he showed up to save the day, and he totally did. Like, man is a machine. He came in clutch. By the time he got there, we did run into a little bit of a problem though. And the problem was, like, a balloon is not a round shape. Like, it's rounded, but it's not round. It's not circular. So they have like a long side, and then they have a wide side. And you measure balloons to size them. And this is important because if you're building something with round balloons that you can tie together, you need them to be like either the same size, or you need to know like which one's bigger, which one's smaller, and how much, so you can actually structure designs. Like a wall has a different size to a full block or a slab, and you need the right thing in the right place, otherwise everything looks wonky. So Guillermo, who was the most intense person I ever met, he just, I don't know why, but he measured all the balloons. Sorry, you use them, you measure them in the length, and Guillermo measured all of them in the width. The thing is, if a balloon is as wide as it should have been long, it's hella long. So they were all like overpressured, ready to explode, and way too big. Because the balloons, like, because it took so long to prepare everything, and I'm talking days, sort of the pressure had wore off, so they weren't like ready to pop anymore, but all the balloons were still way too big. What that resulted in is that the office building that we had to replicate, which was originally supposed to be 12 to 13 meters high, turned out 21 meters high. And because of that, it was suspended from a actual like construction crane. It was always going to be suspended from a construction crane, but because it was 21 meters high, it like functions as a sail, so it catches so much wind. And we put like 300 kilograms of weight in the bottom, and it still swayed. This is not okay. But at that time, like, we had to literally lock in and finish it. I did that. I went back home. I made it through the airport heat scanners. I literally slept the entire 21 hours of flight, except for when I had to transition and was woken up by cabin personnel. Like, you have to leave where we just landed. I literally fell asleep before we got off the ground, and I woke up after we had landed. And then I made it back home. And from that moment forward, I was a balloon artist. And I would occasionally go on like projects to all sorts of places. I've literally been pretty much all over the world, except I've never been to North or South America. And as that was happening, because the story is still not done, as that was happening, I had an internship coming up as a music manager, because that's the thing that happened before. What comment? I don't see it. Am I in top chat? Oh, I'm in top chat. Oh my god, Looney, do you sometimes think about a special balloon OnlyFans? This is a wacky question. Like, I can't really get into this because it's not approved. The answer is no. But if I were to do that, I think I could make hella bank, because balloon fetish is a real thing. I'm like the master of balloons. But so I've not really considered it as a career opportunity though. Like, but it could happen. So as I got into the being a balloon artist career path, I also had that internship coming up in music management, and the internship was back to eyes again. The internship was really cool because I worked with one guy who was also a friend of mine, and he had a agency and a music label. So he would release music for like indie folk artists, and then he managed a couple bigger artists, and he had just built that by himself. And my job was just like help him out with whatever. So I learned a lot about how the music industry works, and it's actually not super different from how like streamer economy works, kind of. So it was very, very insightful. I worked like as the assistant manager for that band I used to tour with for a couple years. I think in total, I've done like 5 years in music management. Some of that was like in an internship. When I came in for the first day of that internship, I was super stoked to be doing that. And I just said like, I'm kind of done with college, as in this is my college internship. After that, I have to complete a couple courses, but I know that this is not like my path in life. And I've been really digging the touring and just being along. So I kind of plan to just do this for as long as we have the internship, which was half a year. And then if you'll have me, I think I'd want to stay longer after that. So I'll make sure that by the time we're 6 months from now, you really can't do it without me. And he literally laughed in my face. He's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then 6 months later, he's like, when you said that, it was the dumbest thing I ever heard, but also I really don't want you to go right now. Do you want to stay and like do this for a while longer? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm still hella down. Did that for years, and then eventually and this is really funny because like at that moment I was working in music, and Momsy, you guys might know Momsy, you might not. Momsy shows up in stream occasionally. She's modded on the channel. Momsy is my actual mom, and Momsy has a habit of like seeing opportunities that I don't really see. Now sometimes that could be because she may have recognized an opportunity that I didn't recognize, but sometimes that's just because she's a mom and she thinks things are cool that are not actually cool. So every now and again, she would pitch me something music related as a career opportunity and how I should maybe like help out this artist. And like, they were always terrible leads. And I sort of heard her out for like courtesy reasons, but I was always like, oh my God, she really doesn't flipping get it. And then one day she calls me and she's like, I have a music thing for you. And I'm like, okay. So I kind of like, I remember that I was sitting on my bed and I just leaned over backwards and I was like, I'm just going to sit here and hear her out, but this is going to be the least interesting thing I'll ever hear. So she tells me about how she had a college friend, and her college friend had a son, and he made a remix of a song in his bedroom. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. that happens. And then she keeps talking, and I was completely uninterested. I really didn't want anything to do with it. So she keeps telling me about it, and she's like, yeah, he made this song, and then like a label in Denmark reached out to him. At this moment, I sit upright a little bit because I'm like, how the hell does a label in Denmark find like some kid in the middle of the Netherlands who just remixed a song online and doesn't know what he's doing? And then she keeps talking, and she's like, yeah, Sony Music in the Netherlands, they're working with them. I'm like, why? And eventually I just like, okay, but can I hear the song? And she's like, yeah, I'll give you his number and then you can ask him. So I because like what she told me was like, they don't really want you to do anything, but the label in the Netherlands, Sony Music, they told him that he probably needs someone to help him out a little bit because it's a serious thing and things are going to happen. I'm like, okay, at the very least I can talk to them and give them a little bit of context about what I know, and then that'll be that. So I get his WhatsApp, I text him, and we talk a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm actually really curious what you made. Do you want to send it over? And he sends it over, and it was a cool song. It was actually dope, and it was a remix of a songwriter. And he's like, so I asked him like, can I hear the original song? He sends me the original song. Listen to the original song, and then you're legit Danish. Verdammt goed. The label was called Disco Wax. I don't know if you know that, but that was the name. And he sends me the original song. I listen to the original song, and then I listen to the remix again, and then I listen to the original song, and then I listen to the remix. And then I asked him, like, did you have like the stems for this? As in, did you have all the separate tracks and were you able to move things around? Or did you remix it from just the MP3? And then he goes, I remixed it from just the MP3. And then I was like, this is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. So I'm like, sure that I think this is serious. I think you're actually gonna have music releasing, and it's gonna be a whole thing. I'll come by and I'll listen to like what you guys have been through with the labels and how it feels, and I maybe have some like things I can tell you or warn you about or whatever. So I go there, and as we're there, I asked this guy if he I asked him if he played any instruments, and he's like, yeah, I've always played piano. So I'm like, can you play me something? And he could play decently well, so that was cool. And then I asked him like, do you play any other instruments? And he said, yeah, I'll play a little bit of guitar. I'm like, okay, can you play me something? At this point, dude asked me like, what do you want me to play? And I'm like, I don't know, do you know any songs? He's like, no, but just put something on Spotify. So I put something on Spotify. I don't remember which song it was, but it was a Justin Bieber song that just released. and he listens to it, and he listens to it again, and then he plays it on the guitar. And it wasn't flawless, it wasn't perfect, but it was good. Like it was actually the song. He just played it off of hearing it twice. And then I asked him, like, did you know the song? He's like, no, I hadn't heard it yet. And then I asked him, how long have you been playing guitar for? And the dumbass says 3 months. At that moment I was like, oh my fucking god, I've never seen this. This is crazy. You're actually insane. So we at a certain point they were like, so the label's saying we need someone to do management, would you be willing to do it? And I was his manager for 3 years, I think. In these 3 years we did some awesome things. Like that was actually a flippin' adventure. And then eventually, like working as an artist manager, you can do it in multiple ways. Like you can be very business minded, you can be very like setting up the deals and everything, and you can also like try and I think this is important if somebody is that young, because it was 15 at the time. You can also try and like take care of the person and make sure that they're in a position to learn and do things. So we kind of went that route, and he did learn a lot. But as much flippin' talent as the guy had, he never really had the work ethic. But we did some flipping cool things, and it was absolutely an adventure. But eventually I got to the point where I was still doing the balloon project on the side, and I just felt like, you know what, it really happened in a pretty natural way. I was in China doing a balloon project, and we were sitting down for dinner at night. I'm talking to this girl across the table from me, and she was also a balloon artist from Japan. And we're just in conversation, and all of a sudden, I say, you know what? I think when I get back home, I'm gonna quit my job and do this full time. And as I said the words, they just felt super right. And then I realized that it was a moment that I've been working towards for a long time for myself, because I realized a while before that I have the most fun and I'm the happiest when I'm making things. And it's just a really scary thing to commit to, trying to make a living off of making things. But I decided that at that time I was 27, and I was like, I gotta try it, because like if I don't ever try it, I'm gonna be really sad that I didn't. And at that moment I decided that it was probably not gonna work, and that was fine, but I had to give it a shot. And if I gave it a shot and it wasn't for me, or it was too hard, or I didn't like it as much, or maybe it was too difficult and I had to work too hard, but I was just gonna try. And I never really looked back, because like 2 weeks after that, my life felt so much simpler. And not because like everything clicked all of a sudden and like I was making crazy money or anything. It's just like everything just felt like it made sense, and I was just having a good time all the time. So I was like, it doesn't really matter what I go and do, but I have to be making things, because it's like it feels like what I should be doing. And that then transitioned into me going to live back with my parents. I literally asked them, I said, like, I want to make this change. I know that it's really difficult and it probably doesn't work, but I figured it out. Like I did some calculations, and I think that if I just cut down my expenses by a lot, I have a lot of time. And then in a relatively short period of time, like a year, I can figure out if this is a real thing or it's just something that seems nice, but I'm not really willing to do the work. And I asked them if I could live with them for that year, or for at least a year, to lock in, learn new things, and build a new career from scratch, or to figure out that it wasn't for me and I was going to do something else. And my mom said yes to that, which was really flipping cool. I lived with them for 2 years, and right as everything was starting to come together and I was ready to like pitch the balloon art to museums and sort of get my own thing going there, that's when COVID lockdowns happened, which was really interesting and weird, because all of a sudden, like, all the freelance income I made from like doing balloon art installations for music festivals and everything, it didn't exist because of lockdowns, because there were no public events, and all like the projects in China, the public events were also locked down. So all of a sudden my freelance income was gone, and I was like, okay, I can literally just get like a job for the time being, save up some money to invest in my projects, and then get back on that, or I try something completely different. And that's when I had a relationship at the time. My ex-girlfriend, she had been married before, had a kid. I asked him what he was into. He was into Minecraft. And because I was playing Minecraft with him like twice a week, I was watching YouTube videos on Minecraft, and I was like, you know, this Minecraft thing is still working for people all the time. Like, new creators are making careers out of it. And I think, like, it's probably a crazy amount of work, but I really don't see any reason why I couldn't do that. And I logged in, and like that's how we ended up here. Guys, we gotta test the iceboat racetrack. And what I mean by testing it, has this, guys, was it like a 1 hour long yap? That must be some sort of record. We're off really sad, but that's why we're here. The thing is though, guys, I could go back to Balloon. I could go back to Balloon Art tomorrow. Like, nothing changed in that space, and like I actually, like, I'm a really good balloon artist. I did it with the best people in the world, and I could definitely hang. And like, I can literally go back and do that tomorrow. But right now, I love Minecraft so much. I just want to be here. Guys, what we're gonna do? I've been placing ice the entire stream, but we were actually making the iceboat racetrack. I'm gonna put on the boat song, and we're gonna see if we can make it. Because I need to be able to get to like world spawn before this song ends. And if it's not possible, we have to revise everything. I don't know. No, if it's not possible, we need a longer boat song. Or, wait. No, I need to get better at iceboat racing. No! I'm literally in a tree. I need to build racing lines out of blue ice. That's actually a good tip. Guys, we're definitely making it. Okay, wait. Let me actually boat, because I was at the iceboat racetrack right now at the start. After we get there, let's time how much time we have left on like the boat song. And then we know how much time we have to get to the beginning of the track on a decent run. Because I had a decent start there. Like, it was not optimal, but it wasn't terrible. So this is actually a good measure. Dude, that was like one of my favorite stream yapathons ever. Thank you guys for hearing me out. This is also probably like one of my favorite all-time stories, because like this entire story spans like 5 years of my life, and they were like really, really flipping cool years. Well, no, like the moment from when it clicked spans 5 years. The entire story spans like 12 or something. Okay, this is terrible. Okay, it's a terrible boat run. Not the creeper, not the creeper, not the creeper. Guys, where can I see seconds? I need to see seconds somewhere. I'm not seeing any seconds. Okay, wait, I'm seeing something. I think I had like 12 seconds extra time. That's close, but it was a bad run. Do we need to do another one to figure it out? Let's do another one. Also, guys, while I have a lot of you guys here, really enjoyed the origin story. I should make it into one of those Draw My Life videos eventually. Guys, while I have a lot of you here, you guys probably have not, like, some of you have probably not seen the world portal in action, so let me fire this thing up for a sec. How do you have a redstone block on your head, Nero? That's my hoodie. This is how I left for the UHCG world, and how I actually got other creators into the world for the first time. Definitely not the last time. Let's wait for it to turn off, and then we're gonna go back through the Nether Hub and run the Iceboat racetrack one more time. It also took 5 years to listen to. You should start a podcast. Dude, I would love to do a podcast, but I think it's so important if you do a podcast that you like spend the prep time. And right now I want that prep time to go elsewhere. Let's go back through Nether Hub. How long do you think it takes to get good at speaking in front of a camera, Crony? It doesn't... Oh my god, we got a skeleton here. It doesn't really matter how long it takes. It just, like, every time you spend yapping into a microphone, you're gonna get better at it. And even if you never do anything with that professionally, it's gonna help you a lot just in everything. Being good to, or being good at just yapping is like an A skill. And you know what? Go to RecRap1's channel, like not RecRap2, go to the RecRap1 channel and like watch one of the first videos of Rec just yapping over a speedrun, and then watch one of the recent ones. Because you'll see what this like improvement process is. It's crazy. That's insane, Ranger. Where does the sound come from? From my Stream Deck. I edited an audio clip. Shout out to Lens for helping me with that. And Lens actually came here right now. Dude, love that. Peak timing. Lens came through the portal. Lens actually made that part of that clip, and then I made another part of it. And I just press a button on my Stream Deck that lines up with it. Okay, wait, guys, I'm not locked in. We need to iceboat. W timing, prof. Real. That timing was perfect. Guys, thank you for all the follows during the Yapathon. I appreciate it. Best time to follow, honestly. Land, you heard the entire story. Perfect. Dude, this was the biggest whiff. What went wrong with this iceboat race? Anyone? I didn't actually start the flipping song. Crochet cleared at everything? It wasn't that bad. Come on. Guys, I really like this start to the boat race track. Lumbo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh my god, I was doing so well, and then I really just yeeted myself into a fence post. If your head is half redstone, what is the signal output? I think you'd round it up to 8. Wait, is it half though? I think it's more like 2/3, so maybe 10. Taka, don't spin out. No, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. The iceboat race hits so much better in shaders. Oh my god, what a corner there. Amala, if I invite friends on the world again, we gotta do a race Mario Kart style. Oh my god, we gotta play Iceboat Mario Kart. Dude, I'm so sure that I could find a bunch of stupid creators who are down for that. This was low-key a good race. Okay. Guys, I'm checking. I know how much spare time we have. We're on 10 seconds and counting. Add shells and bananas. Dude, if only. Oh my god, guys. I had 19 seconds to spare. Now, that's kinda... That's fair. But, like, I'm gonna have to really lock in to ever make this. And I think that's what makes it cool. Because, like... The chance of actually getting it now is, like, it's kind of low. But... It is super rewarding if we get it. This could be the new parkour intermezzo. Oh my god, I just pearled way down there. This is what it is. Guys, the slime parkour is magnetic, so I'm gonna do it one more time to make up for my whiff earlier. Now the question is, what do we do next? Like, do we start decorating it, or do we trim the outlines first? We need to make it look good. It's not approved yet. Ooh, that was close. Compensated for the whiff. Is the red district build done, Snazzy? No, we kind of pressed pause on it. E-Master finally caught a stream. Welcome in, dude. Dude, I flipping enjoyed the Yapathon. That was great. Guys, imagine how good it's gonna be when I have, like, hella TwitchCon stories. We're probably gonna have a good year. Okay, so the iceboat racetrack is here. I think mostly what we need... We gotta move over the snow line. Do we make... Guys, wait. Can we get a shortcut going here? So, here's an interesting thing. What if we... The original track is this. You go over here. Right now, I'm not thinking about solo ice boating. I'm thinking about, like, multiplayer race. If we go here, this is, like, far longer than going straight here. And then, like, going over this bit. But what if we make, like, more snow here? So that if you go here, you have to awkwardly pedal through this. And it's gonna be kinda slower, but not by much. To where if you slip out in this corner, you probably should have gone here. Shortcut should be single block and more and harder to cross. Oh my god. Kiwo Cat, that's a great suggestion. What if there's like... Oh, this is great for multiplayer. What if this one is really, really, like, narrow? And you go for it, but it's gonna make for a huge congestion. What mod is the game pause screen? Skyuler? It's no mod. F3 plus escape. Like, everybody can do this. Guys, I think we do this. We make a shortcut here that is hella cursed. Hey, no way I didn't know that. That's one of the best, like, most hidden secrets. Or there's like a million F3 things you can do that are actually crazy. You know what the... Like, a lot of people know this by now. But also a ton of people don't know about pick block. Pick block is also, like, a great hidden feature. Guys, does everybody know how to do, like... My ice is gonna run out and then grab a new stack without going into my inventory? If somebody doesn't know, tell me in chat because I'm gonna make your day. Oh my, Space fans got wrecked there. Dude, don't do all caps. Don't do all caps. Ranger middle click. Right. So if somebody didn't know, you don't know, Griff? Here, I'll put it in my inventory. If you look at a block and you have it in your inventory, you click on your middle mouse button, it will drag it to your hotbar. If you already have it in your hotbar, you'll just take it from the hotbar. If you're playing in creative, you can do this with any block you look at, and it will just replace something. Pick block wasn't in Bedrock until this year. Oh my god. If guys, if that is true, that's actually a good sign. Thank you, good sir. You're God. Griff, happy building, dude. Your life is gonna be so much easier now. And my final profile. This YouTuber is going to turn his hardcore into the Aether. Dude, I might. Guys, wouldn't it be sick to actually, like... Could we think of a way to make an Aether? Where you sort of have a portal and then behind it there's just a whole world? What obstacles can you use for the shortcuts, Taka? Like, in a you can get stuck on anything if you're in a boat. Guys, we gotta consider something though. If we're multiplayer racing this, and you have a shortcut here, which is really, really narrow, but what stops me from doing this? I go there, I miss the shortcut, get stuck, clap my boat, place it back down and keep going. And then like, that's not allowed. Okay, but you can ban it from the rules. Okay, but a simple solution like banning from the rules is not going to stop a man like Prince Sam from doing something. Having Prince Sam on the world? Hell yeah. Absolutely going to invite Sam. Shut up, Looney, now. No, dude, it's my job to yap here. What are you tuning in for? Ooh, dude, hoppers under the ice? Dude, that is actually great. Like, hopper under the ice would actually, like, just disqualify you. Will hopper under ice pick it up? Skull sensor and TNT? that would work. Hoppers under ice don't really work, you're right. Like, hoppers next to ice will work. Hopper minecarts in the ice? Dude, that is devious. But it will work. You have to go mid-race for a new boat? No, you're just not allowed to break it here. What if they have a second boat on them? That I can control. I mean, if somebody manages to stop midway without tools, get a new boat, craft it, chop a tree and still win, like, they deserve to win. People might slightly chop down a tree on the way there. I don't know if anybody's like gonna think to get a new boat. Hopper under snow layers. Oh my god, crochet clarinet. Of course. It's literally snow there. Hopper minecarts in the ice is probably the cleanest though. Not in under the ice? Oh, Zendov is very mad because I'm getting the redstone of it all wrong. Zen, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get you all worked up like that. Man was so chill. This does look way better. That's one thing. Oh my god, guys, we're gonna murk a bunch of snowmen in a minute. Okay, so this. I think we need to fill this part in as well. Silk Touch mines snow layers, place them myself? Dude, that's way slower. Why would it do that? I will get the grass patches too. No, I like it. I like that it's like not covered in snow. Let's fill this area in first. Make a whole civilization in a grinder world? Dude, I got you. I'm gonna do that. That's a great idea. Hey Looney, I want to make an SMP style world for me and my friends. Dude, I read that sentence all wrong. I took the worst possible break. Want to make an SMP style world for me and my friends. That's how sentences work, guys. What mods would you suggest? That's super down to you guys. Like, it's such a personal question. It really depends what version you're playing as well. And SMP style is very wide. Like that could go lots of different ways. Oh, that was the most satisfying Phantom hit ever. Where do you submit fan art for UHCG? Ebenezer, you need to go to the UHC Discord. UHCG Discord is in the link of the videos. Yes, Discord. UHCG Discord. It's amazing. Go there. And once you're there, drop it in the fan art channel. Also, say hi. Like, it's a cool place. Dude, I'm so stoked to like keep playing UHCG. I did like, guys, this morning I sort of woke up around like 4:15 and I was just awake because the past week I've just been like getting up real early to edit the video, and then now I don't have to anymore, so I could sleep in. But also I went to bed early yesterday. I slept around 10, so 4:15 I wake up and my head is just like, oh my god, dude. He snuck off of me so bad. Yo, don't spill games, dude. Thank you for the tier 1 sub over on Twitch. Hold up. We're gonna put Yoda in the book first. And we're gonna put Crony in the book as a bonus name. Did I put Crony in the book already? I don't know. Okay, good. I didn't check gets a good at building, especially when it comes to decorating. Crony, you gotta like go back in the stream after, or like check it on my VODs channel or my playlist on the main channel, because I literally had like a 1 hour yapathon about my origin story that answers this question so well. The answer to the question is, I built a lot of things with balloons before I got into Minecraft, and the rest is like in the yapathon. Like, there's no day ever where I answered that question better than today, so literally go check it out. Old friend Peanuts, welcome in as well. Complimentary Unbound doesn't look like that. Yeah, I'm using like a weird vintage version of complimentary shaders from 2021. Talk, how did I get so much ice? I literally just mined it in a river further along. We found out something super flipping cool, guys. This was like I call it AJ tech. AJ suggested it as we were doing it, but let me show you something flipping cool. So ice has a cool thing where, like, if you have a cold biome and you have an exposed water block, it will turn into ice, right? So if I mine this ice, but in like a bigger area, ow. Dude, why are the phantoms like not dying? Guys, is that me, or did those phantoms just survive 2 maze hits? Very confused. So this ice, you can pick it up with a boat, and here comes the AJ attack. If you mine this with fortune around the edges, it just autofills again. Oh my god. Bro ruined my 360. I trusted it so hard. I believe they survived. How does a Phantom survive a mace hit? They're just tanky. I didn't hit, and ones who were too low. Is it fall damage? Raphael, that's what the totem is for, so I can play like an actual idiot. Guys, we've had this thing, like, where I, Whenever I'm slightly different than Looney, like, the original Looney character stems from me having pink hair in real life. Okay, that one, I get it. I was definitely too low there. Oh, dude, I know what's happening with the Phantom. Where am I more afraid to die? UHCG or this world? Definitely, like... I think the risk is higher in UHCG, but I'd feel worse losing this one than dying in UHCG early. I'm more afraid in you, or should be more afraid in UHCG. I am. Like, I do play a bit more careful there. I think the footage really shows it when I went into the trial chamber, episode 2, and how I played that. I do feel like I'm finding my chill in the UHCG world as well. So I think we'll have some clips like later in the series. I'm definitely gonna try and get some clips. $10K Piglin card chest plate is crazy. So I'm rocking this armor set until I get to 10K days. Made it at 5K. And last time I didn't make it to 10K because I actually died on the way there to a Piglin. So it had to be the name. Araf, will I play UHCG on stream? I'm not going to. I thought about it a lot. But I think if I stream the UHCG world, it will make the videos worse. And I think the UHCG episodes are going to be some of my best videos because I just put so much work and like design work into it as well. Like I've been literally like thinking about what I was going to do in every episode since a year ago. Looney, do you know Stardew Valley? I just finished the community center. Oh, that's sick. I've never pulled that off. That feels like it would be so much work. Played it for 3 minutes. No, Nina, I played it for 3 minutes on stream. I've played like a good chunk of Stardew Valley. I was just making bank though. I was just getting absolutely loaded, but I never got close to finishing the community center. That's impressive though. Congrats. The UHC world needs to be more careful. This hardcore is only your legacy. And UHC is the legacy of everyone. Liam, the thing is though, with UHCG, if I die, like, everybody else's legacy just lives on. Like, I'm gonna give it to my successor, and they're gonna play. But if I die in this one, that's the flipping Looney down the drain, man. Like, that's kind of a big deal. Oh my god. Dude, they're like, how small is their hitbox? It's actually not that big, the Phantom hitbox. Like, you really gotta smack them in the middle. The mobs are significantly larger than their hitbox, which is goofy. Dude, I'm gonna call Jeb about that. That's not okay. I don't think he'll take my calls. Like, Ingberry Bramble, Looney, not to jinx anything, do you have a successor picked for you at CG? I don't really know, like, how to, like, what I tell you guys and what I don't. But then, I don't really think it's a bad thing to say this. I have a successor for you at CG picked. Also, yesterday I told my successor everything that I'm going to do in the series. And the reason I did that is that means that from right now, they sort of understand my endpoint and they can start thinking about what they want to do with the world from the point where they get it. And that was like crazy because like nobody else really knows. Like I've done some design work that some people have seen, like friends, but like nobody really knows. And now someone knows everything, which is crazy. Like the other generations don't know. The other generations also don't know who my successor is, and they won't know. I had to giggle because Munch had moment. That's crazy. It felt really crazy to type that out. But it's like it made a big difference that I got the world like well before Laguno ended his run. I had it like 2 months prior. So I could like think about what I was gonna do. And that helped me like pre-design a lot of the things that I'm gonna be building in the next episodes. I'm also like adding other things though. Like there's definitely things that I didn't design initially, but I also like kept an open mind because I knew that once you're gonna start playing in a world like that, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a different experience than it is designing it on paper. So you just know that you're gonna run into things that you maybe didn't expect before you started, and it's gonna change everything you do. Potion Master says, Looney 2, aka Malgosha, are you Malgosha from the movie? Surely, right? Noob 5678, stop Nightbot, I hate you. Nightbot is not a person. Nightbot is like a bot. And they're here to help out, but telling Nightbot to stop does not work. Jake, dude, thank you for the $8 dono. Fabulous stream. I'm having a great time. I'm having a really good time. Somebody just asked the right question today. You know what also probably factored into it? We're gonna put Sharky in the book as a bonus name. Good to see you. I think what also factored into it is like I'm sort of riding a good wave right now, guys. I've like at times this past year, I've started to tell you a little bit about how the last 2 years were a bit challenging IRL, and I had to like focus on a lot of other things. But we're sort of getting out of the woods there, and like I'm doing a lot of other things that are like important random building blocks to a successful creative career. And like part of that is just taking better care of myself and like making sure I go to the gym and eat healthy, and it makes such a flipping difference. So I had a great workout before I think I got home like 45 minutes before stream. I had a great workout and I just felt like, yes, today's gonna be an epic day. I was really like ready and looking forward to stream. Also, everything hurts a little bit, but that's fine. we'll take it. Looney, what have you added to the world in the past 2 years? Axion? Guys, should we do like a very quick world tour? Because we got like over 400 people combined between YouTube and Twitch. Kind of crazy. Do you guys want to like have a fly around for like 5 to 10 minutes? Look at the cool stuff. But guys, remember, if Looney sleeps, the universe will break. That's true. That is true. That's how it works. Yes, world tour? Right, guys. Okay, wait. Hold on for like 1 minute. I'm gonna very quickly take a toilet break. While I do that, here's a quick video of how the world got started. And this is really flipping cool because you're gonna see this swamp where we're building right now. So I'll let the break video run until like after you see where this world came from, and then I'll take you on a tour. Be right back in like 2 minutes. Here's the video of how everything got started. Guys, I let it sit there for a second. I'm actually back. Did you see that Mountain Farms like drawing? That is the actual area that we're in right now, and that was a concept for the base when we first started. Axion used to be Jack's Gems. Absolutely remember your name, dude. Welcome back. It's good to see you. That's been a long time, hasn't it? So guys, that like part that we just saw, that is this one. Mayo to Doxman, can we go for an unusual world tour to the parts we don't usually go to, please? Dude, that's actually a great suggestion. Let's walk into the castle. Let's see like the coolest parts. Crazy to see where the world came from, right? Guys, wait, let me I think I have speed potions. That would actually be really nice. Okay, this will help because we gotta walk like a long way. But this here is my is the entrance to the main base, and there's like two parts to this castle. Let's start with the upper part. So this right here is the throne room. This throne room, this is like peak Revoluni right here. This is what it's all about. Then if we go up here, we're gonna go to what I call the upper castle. So here we have like a little garden. This is for emergency food supplies if the castle were ever under siege. And then up here we can get up the main gate. This is an interesting thing because here you see dispensers. And these dispensers, there's like 128 through the entire dude, that's like a bit number, and I didn't do it on purpose. Is there 128? I think there's probably like 120-ish. Not exactly 128. But that's how we do the fireworks show. So this castle has like a redstone computer, and like a computer is just a complicated clock. And a circuit through all the towers and everything, shooting fireworks out of the tips of the towers. And you don't really see the redstone anywhere. This is a locked door. Maybe the other one is open. Hold up. And this is actually like a big deal. No, it's not open. We're just gonna open it manually. These doors are closed on purpose because these are defendable positions. I think I gotta open this and then place it back from here. Right. So if the door is closed, somebody's trying to come in, like they're in a very awkward spot. This right here is where my 5,000 armor was supposed to be, but Clown stole it. I hate that man. Like, I also kind of love it, but I also hate him. He's the most awful, amazing person that I know. This here, guys, is the inside garden. Finally escaped 698k subs. I did. We're actually on our way to 702 with the new UHCG video out. Here we got the roof garden. This Loki is one of my favorite plays. We made it so long ago. And here's the funny thing, guys. This castle, like this is the redstone wire for the fireworks. But every little balcony, every little place, we can actually like go there. They're all accessible. And accessible on foot. I mean, this place is also really cool. It's like super random viewing area. You wouldn't know it's there, but it's there. Clownpierce lives in your country, Mandy? Then so do I. I also love this place, this viewing place. It's a super cool platform. Okay, let's get some speed again. And then this here, guys, this is where we really go to the upper castle. This is like the fancy place. This is where the king of the castle lives. You know who that guy is? I heard he's really good looking. And then if we go over here, we have like a little library. This is one of my favorite viewing places in the entire castle. The view here on like the town that we're building down there is going to be amazing. Let me go to the royal bedrooms. That's a good place to show you guys. And then from there, we're going to head to the dungeons. Also, this is a really cool place. The royal bedroom is right here. And this is also like my respawn bed when I come out of the end. So this is where my respawn point is set. And the reason I've set it here is because like we can leave the base in a really cool way. Use that a lot, but I still, to this day, I love it so much. You were grinding, remember? Noob, dude, we're lost in the tour. You're actually right. Guys, let's go back to the lower part of the castle. So this right here is the teleporter room. We're going to be back here in a minute. Let's run down the staircase, go to the lower part. It just keeps going. This is the guard room we've been to earlier. Keeps amazing me how huge this thing is. My favorite part about it is just that it's all got interior. Lucas Frost, you lick pizza? I mean, that is a viable approach. That's like, it can be a precursor, like a precursor to actually eating it. If you like pizza, then I think there's a lot of people like you. If you lick pizza, then that's very debatable. But so here, guys, this is the throne room. And right here is where we go to the like real lower castle. This actually leads down to one of my favorite rooms. Not this one, but I like this one. This is a mess hall. This is where soldiers eat. Here we have the kitchens. There's storage up there. And then right down here, we have a tavern. Your sister eats pizza in layers. First a topping. Oh my god. We once, when I was studying, we made a pizza burger, which was literally like, we had a pizza, and then we put a full kilo of ground beef on top of the pizza, and then we put another pizza upside down on the pizza, and we ate it with like 3 people or 4. It was great, but also like, you kind of hope that it's better, but it was a very student thing to do. This, guys, this is one of my favorite rooms in the entire base, because this is a little PvP training arena, but it's completely balanced. So like, one half is a mirror image of the other half, and you have like these things in the corner that you can go up to. Then if you go across here, you can get at the lantern on the fence if you're good enough. Let me try again. I questioned my skills and then I fell. Never question your skills. And then here, I want to put a barrel. Wait, this is wind charged. That's not okay. Here I want to put a barrel with a bow in it, because I think it could make for a great fight if you both start in a corner and you can either melee in the middle or like try and do the parkour, get a bow and just win from the top. Thought it'd be cool. Here there's a little storage area. And another one. I really tried to do like something with every room that I found. I didn't know Looney streams. Abso, I stream 4 days a week. Thursday, that was old schedule. Thursday through Sunday. Same time, same place. You can watch it both on YouTube and Twitch. Here's a bathroom, a place to wash. And then this is where the bunk rooms for the soldiers are. We got a blue one on this side and a red one on the other side of the hallway. Nightbot says I'm 2% cracked and 96% cracked at Minecraft from a double crack command. Those are two of the most outrageous numbers I've ever seen. I'm gonna say that we add them up and we take the 98. Winning. No, Moz, we're not averaging that out. That's like 98 is final. Don't mess with it. And then here, guys, one of my favorite parts of the castle. This is the dungeons. I love these cell designs too. Do I like bitterballen, Mandy? Bitterballen are like one of the best things about the Netherlands. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. How do you explain a bitterball in English? Because you'll try and say it's like a croquette. Nobody will know what that is either. Here's the little torture area. Berry bushes are devious. And then, guys, we're gonna go to another one of my favorite parts because, like, it's a gift I keep on giving. There's a hidden pathway right here. And even PvP something Ragu like it, like, kind of, but like I don't think you're just gonna be able to really tell someone what it is. I think I can actually get away with this stack of stone that I have here. Right now, guys, I'm solving the combination lock. Trust the process. That's the only way to get in here. You need to do all those things. Secret stash of coal? Yeah, that's part of the key. And then you end up here. Dude, this, like, I added so many diamond blocks after the tunnel bore. This looks way better now. This is actually epic. Love it. Guys, these things are not hollow. Like, this is actually how loaded I am. Love it. And then here we can go somewhere else. Let me get an item real quick. Travels for 10 minutes to the chest room inside its giant tower's house. You seem so slayly. It's actually not that hard to get to my chest room. Do you want to go to my storage like the quickest way I can? I do have to say that it's like 6,000 blocks away though, but let's go there. Okay, we are now on my way to the storage. We'll get back to that main base in a second. That's the minecart. And that's storage. Which is probably one of my favorite recent additions to the base, or to the world. I made a really flippin' sick teleporter system. I've been saying YouTube video out soon. I'm gonna finish like recording episode 3 for UHCG. And once that's with my editor, I'll lock in and make the teleporter video. So this, guys, is the auto storage and the auto sorter. There's bulk storage on the top with box loaders. And then these are just slices of 2 double chests of whatever. Let me go from here to the nether hub. Also, guys, this is what the map, or what the storage looks like on the map. And then this is what it looks like on the outside. I'm technically avoiding going to the end. Low-key. So this is supposed to be a city. It's called the Stacks, based on Ready Player One, or inspired by. But it's also map art because we're at the stronghold right now. This is how we can get into the end if we want to. Show the yellow glazed house, guys. This almost never happens. But my chat made me build a house out of yellow glazed terracotta. And this is it. Not rocks. Humble abode. They made me make fence boats out of pink glazed terracotta, which is awful, so we're gonna remove those. But like the house is pretty nice. Also, guys, the first actual build that happened in my world is right here. It's like, I'm gonna turn out shaders because like it's impossible to see. This is the first upper hill built by somebody else. This is Mog's shack. Did you guys know that Mog Swamp is an amazing builder? swear, I'm not even messing around. He's truly a great builder, but like you wouldn't know if you saw this. Mog and I once traded worlds for April Fools, and it was really, really funny. We sort of cosplayed. I cosplayed Mog, and Mog cosplayed me, and we didn't say anything. He just made a stream, like streaming from my hardcore world, my 2-year hardcore world, and I made a streaming from my 12-year super flat world, and we just went for it. It was honestly great. I still have to send Mog the schematic from the beard that I made for his sort of Neptune statue. That was great. I forgot to do that. He did want that. We actually talked about it. Yeah, he thought it was dope. And then this here, guys, this is my ocean monument. This used to be my guardian farm. I currently have it like decommissioned. And what I mean by decommissioned is like it's a portal-based guardian farm. So there's like a bunch of portals on the inside here, but all of those portals are turned off, which means that there's hella guardians down there. They're turned off because otherwise my chunk loaders on the nether roof that make the teleporter work, they would absolutely get swarmed by guardians. Looks like a battle arena. Abzo, that's because it kind of is. I think I should show you. Dude, I don't have like room. We'll do this for a sec. My inventory from running around and placing eyes is horrendous. Let's not talk about it. So we need these. We need these. That should do it. Let me grab some extra rockets before we go. It is a battle arena, and it was originally made for charged creepers, so it could get mob heads in thunderstorms. I haven't done that for a minute, but we still do fight withers here. Before I do that, let me turn my master volume down a bit, because withers are hella loud. Strength potion? I don't think we need it. Oh, that was a whiff. Dude, done. Let's pick up the nether stars if we can find them. So the platform doesn't explode because they're all waterlogged. Like everything there is waterlogged. It's slabs, copper grates, and some other stuff. Like stairs, I think. Here's one nether star. I used to have guardians here in the middle, but they died to the conduit, I assume. Which is actually low-key pretty chill. Way easier to pick up the stuff right now. That's 3, and that is 4. Prismarine is shaped in an eye. Didn't notice that. Yeah, I kind of made it look like a guardian a little bit. Okay, let's actually put that stuff away. We got some other cool places to go to, guys. Hold up. 25 nether stars from just doing this. Let me actually teleport from here to the starter house. Because there's one other cool place that I want to show you. This one is not labeled. I haven't really used it yet. I think it was slot 3. This is how the redstone works. That goes into the nether, where that signal gets, item gets translated to a signal, which is a value, goes into a binary encoder decoder. And then that one sends us to wherever we want to go. In this case, starter house. Guys, let me show you the quickest build I've ever made in this world. Love the teleporter. The teleporter is such a big deal. Ooh, guys, wait, I forgot about the map room. Let's actually check that out. Would make a great water gym in Pokemon. The Ocean Monument, valid. I like that. Sheldon, welcome to the stream. So guys, we recently added this place. It still isn't really connected to the world. But this is my map room, which is actually kind of cool to take a peek at while we're messing with the teleporters. Is the mountain the biggest thing I ever made? The boss? Definitely, because it has all the interior. So right here, guys, this is where we are right now. That's the map room. This is where we're headed. The Pumpkin Castle. This is the starter house. This is the main base. And then we've been teleporting around because the Ocean Monument was all the way over here. The storage was all the way over there. And then World Portal, we're still going to go there, is all the way over there. But all of those builds are connected with that teleporter system. So we can get to them pretty quick. Let's go to the Pumpkin. This is the quickest build I ever made. I did this on one stream where I didn't talk. I didn't say a single thing during the entire stream, I think. Because I gave myself a challenge for Halloween. Oh, this place hella laggy because there's sheep farm in there. I gave myself a challenge for Halloween to build a build in 5 hours. Only made out of pumpkins for the most part. So there's pumpkins and the honeycomb blocks, and dripstone and bone blocks, and that's it. Inside is the sheep farm, which I that one actually took way longer to make than the build itself. Guys, let's go to the main base. Through the main base, go to the nether. And then from the nether, we're going to go back. And I actually need to do something. I need to see if we can get the parkour streak going. Love how the quick world tour turned into a 30-minute thing. You guys asked for the alternative world tour. There's way more cool stuff here. Let me actually fly to the quest hub real quick. This is where I keep track of all the things that still need to happen in the world. And there's Nether Hub is still on there because we still need to build the build. Elytra course. Oh my god, we gotta do that. Guys, this might be the sickest thing. Bet you can't beat 50 withers without your mace, Lucas. I think I could if I take my enchanted apples. Probably the thing that's gonna really bug you is armor durability. But if you get enchanted bottles, I think you could. I don't think it's really worth it because it's potentially a laggy experience and then you might just die to the lag. So guys, this gate goes into the main base. Normally we jump down there, but probably the coolest thing in this base is that there's an Elytra course that I sort of made a placeholder for it a long time ago. And it just goes through the walls. So you have the outside snowy mountain base, and then you have the inside cave that we're going to get to. And between those, I've had a couple wool rings the entire time. And those wool rings were there to save the pathing that I figured out all the way when I started building the base. And that pathing was meant to be the Elytra course that we're flying right now. This might be my favorite feature because it's just so outrageous to have. So now we're in the main part of the base. We can't even render the other side because I'm on 13 chunks right now. Love that. That was the cheekiest bunny hop I ever did. Oh god, guys, we added that red tower. I have no idea how to... Ooh, can I still save this? Yeah. I have no idea how to make it now. So these rings here are placeholders for the parts of the Elytra course that I still gotta build. I actually don't have a lot of speed. Nailed it. Then it goes in here. And it goes a little further down this tunnel. This part obviously still needs to be decorated. But I'm actually going to go and turn around here and then fly into the cave part of the base. This is the main part of the base, and this is the industrial district of my world. Leakers are saying it's an aquatic update. I think the next game drop will be. And then after that, I do expect we're going to get 122 as the end update. 10 withers a time? Could totally do that. We're not going to do it right now, though. This is the main base, guys, and like this is the industrial district. I'll show you some of it. That's fire, Jaws drop. Thanks, dude. This is my super smelter. And like under the floor here, there's dripstone farms, there's slime farms. It's just lots and lots of stuff. Everything you need to like build a sick world. I'll go back here so you get an idea. And then we're almost at the end of the tour, guys. Like here I have a bunch of farms that aren't like really decorated, hidden away. But there's just plenty of space to work with. Not gonna lie, we kind of need an aquatic update. I'm here for aquatic game drop. Aquatic update, I don't think we need it. Guys, also a funny thing, like something you might never know, but like the entire base, you can also walk it down. And if you walk all the way, you're gonna get to places like this. Looney, I can't wait for you to help me build the medieval shipboard in my world. Guys, I have a deal with Dax that if 122 is not the end update, I have to stream 5 hours from his world. But also, if 122 is the end update, he's gonna donate $1,000, which is absurd. Either way that plays out, I'm here for it because like building in your world and your Dan's world would be epic, Loki. Okay, final stop, guys. Nether Hub. You and Wombat should swap worlds and each build one thing in the other person's world. That's actually cool. Slime needs a name tag. Only if he was like in the slime part of the Elytra course, I would have name tagged him. And then this, guys, is the project the big project we're going to be working on soon. This is the Nether Hub. Like, the lower nether is there. I broke a heap of bedrock using a bug in a snapshot between version 121 3 and 4. And then under these mountains, this like the mountains are how I travel. Like, this portal goes to the storage. But then under the mountains, this is where all the chunk loaders and the redstone for the teleporter system are. Like, these things make the teleporter work. And that was our world tour. Quick hydration check. What creator am I best friends with? I would say probably not Brock. Guys, that was a broken chunk loader. Oh my god. I think that has happened with the 121 8 crashes, and we should probably go around because I've had one part that isn't functioning right now, and it's probably because the chunk loader is busted. Let's really quickly fly around all of them. It's also really curious that the ones that were broken were all in a line. I think it was 3 in a row and then nothing else. Heading out, see you, chat. Fire dude, thank you for the help if you're still here. Really appreciate it. Okay, these are still working. It might actually not be that bad, guys. This is a froglight farm. Still works from above the roof. Above the roof, I say, but in reality, that's above the mountains. And then these portals around the outside, you can see 2 spawners. That's where the breeze farms are. Which are not really farms, but just like easily accessible breeze spawners. And everything else in the trial chambers is shut down. Okay, we're almost all the way around. Right, guys, that means we need to do one other thing. hold up, bear with me. I need to go to my Twitch dashboard. Because right now, we have a streak of 2 streams where I managed to complete my Parkour Spiral training run under 600 seconds. And we need to see if we can keep that streak going. So let me put Parkour Intermezzo in the title. Then we're going to turn off shaders. And open that Parkour world. Looney, do you have a slime farm? I have 7 like small slime farms under the floor in the main base. Okay, sub 600, guys. No resets, no second tries. Just instant crush it, and otherwise it didn't happen. I'm gonna mute my mods, because, like, they are the literal kings of distracting me. And... quick sip of water. Let's go. Love that we're running with the fireworks from the last run still active. Jason, how was Naked and Afraid? Dude, so fun to make. I love Naked and Afraid. We might be doing a live season later this year. Live mini season. King of the Yappers mods, fell it. Oh, you guys are saying predicted times in chat? Dude, why did WoW put a 6:23? That's outrageous. Man does not believe I'll make it. Now I have to. How many people in Season 3 Naked and Afraid? Really don't know. It might just be 20, honestly. Things like get logistically complicated if we go over 20. Who knows? 690 for 20? That'd be a very, very slow parkour run. Oh my god, I gotta stop fumbling that jump. It's not, like, it's hard, but it's mostly me psyching myself out. I don't want to miss it, so I do stupid things. Look in. Oh my god, WoW might be right. Oh my god. WoW might be right. No, look in. I can easily sub 600. Just get past it now and we're good. That was a 35-second time loss. My PB is 540, so I can tank another 25 seconds and that's it. That's actually, like, this is a challenge. I gotta look in now. Did I quadruple throw? You know you can go straight to the big platform. You don't have to hit the bamboo first. Dude, ain't no way. That would make it so much easier. Unless it sort of defeats the shortcut, because I kind of just want to learn that. It is faster, like, if you get it right away. It saves a couple seconds. And part of these runs is just practice. Like, honestly, the reason I'm doing this all together is to prepare consistency for when I get to play events. So I'm not even too interested in personal bests. It's more about, like, recovering after mistakes. It's like I'm doing parkour act from blocks. That map is honestly probably based on one of the maps made by the creator team that made this one. I made up some time there. That was a really good section. Dude, getting these inventory gems consistently feels so good. Is this like grinding part 2, noob? It really is. It's grinding, getting good at Minecraft. Oh my god, that was a expensive throw. I've never failed that when I was reading chat. That's so dumb. I think I hit that leaf there or something. Doesn't really matter. Like, I still got this. I have a streak on the line, guys. I want to not mess this up. Okay, that made up all the time I lost. That's crazy. I saved so much time on that setup there. That was one of the best ones I've had. I get a balloon for sub 600. Dude, today was all about the balloons. Now I have to. That was perfect because the recovery was actually really good. That's what we're doing these for. That and bragging about sub 600s. So I better get it. Guys, I think we're getting it. I believe. Dude, that was low-key such a flipping good run. How did I have 29 seconds to spare here? I feel like I'm watching a Reddit story right now, but then about balloons. Dude, Nitram, thank you. Thank you for the good video, UHCG. I love it. I'm really, really happy to hear that. Guys, that's 3 in a row. Man, I'm like... I threw 32 seconds on the bamboo level. And I had a couple other mistakes. If you deduct 32 seconds, that would have been like another PB. Like, it's definitely there. I can do it. Man, I'm... Dude, I'm thrilled. That was such a good run. There were really, like, there were long sections there where it was like, this is actually good movement. Let's hope back on the hardcore. The balls get back to the bamboo part so I can show you the shortcut. Dude, I actually wanna see that. We need that, guys, because that bamboo level is a flipping run killer, and I'm done with it. Lance, you were 3 seconds off. Crazy. What is my PB, Timmy? PB is 540. Dude, did I miss that bamboo level? Surely it's not that far in. It's here. Okay, wait, so we start here. Talk me through it, the boss. So I knew you could do this. Go to the top of the thingy, this top. Or the top of the bamboo. This one. Not the bamboo. Before this one. Like this one? Or that? The platform I jump off. This one. Wait, do you mean the slime glitch? Guys, I'm invested. I'm invested. We're studying parkour right now. Not the glitch, but you do mean the slime jump. Yeah, no, I'm practicing. Not specifically, but Mickey sort of ruined me to where I'm playing glitchless, which means like, and that is a glitch. Like, I think the way you do it, guys, I don't know exactly the lineup, but you sort of hit the edge between these blocks. It's very precise, though. I'll just try and get it once so you guys can see what it is. You know what? I know a place where I can sort of hit it. Let's go there. There's one here at the very end. Dude, that movement speed was way too much. You just need to be over the edge. Did I save state it? That's kinda it. But if you get it like to launch a little bit higher, you'll fly up all the way over there. Never mind, never mind. Back to hardcore. Guys, hold up. Let me change my stream titles back. I love stream titles plural. That's actually good. Wow, he did the fire thing. Okay, guys, I think we cooked with the world tour. We cooked with the parkour. Now let's actually get back to focusing up. Witherbox goes there. Good enough. Please stream UHCG. Will we go to it? I mean, Pig, I don't think I'm gonna stream it at all because I think my series will be better if I don't like stream it. Because like I'm way ahead. Like I've recorded all of episode 3 in terms of almost all of episode 3 in terms of building, and I did some big stuff. But I kind of don't want to show you guys because like part of it is just hidden for future generations. So I don't just want to go through the world. Louis, my game freaked out, and when I tried to join a world, all of the highlighted. Can you use my GUI? Oh, that's just a rendering bug. You can just leave the game and reload it. Now, boss, what is UHC? We're talking about a series called UHC Generations. It's like the flipping coolest thing in survival Minecraft, I think. It's a hardcore world, but it's an ultra hardcore. Fair enough, that's straightforward. The twist is when somebody dies, the world doesn't end, but they send it to the next generation. I'm the 6th generation right now, so 5 people have already played that world. It's full of secrets and crazy stuff, and I'm adding my own secrets and crazy stuff to it to make it even better. It's really, really sick. It's on my YouTube channel. Name of the channel is Looney. Definitely check it out. You will not regret it. Like, it's actually so cool. It's also my main project right now. Like, I spend way more time doing that than my hardcore world until the end of my run. I knew that guy was gonna be out of reach. Realistically, I mostly wanted to get rid of this. Let's get rid of the ice boxes, and we need to get some snow because we need to lay out where we're gonna go. Imagine if mobs played Bad Wars. If they did, the game would be way harder because they'd be better. Okay, let's see if we have like snow layers at the snow farm. We might not actually have many. Your sub but like a week ago. So UHC Generations has 2 videos out. The first one is about a inherited world, and the second one is about this world lives on after my death. TC, are totems allowed? They are allowed, but I won't be using them. Who was the 5th generation? Lagundo. Do I still have shovels? Guys, I might have to get some shovels from storage. This is Mount Cheddarmore. This is where the snowmen live, and it is my my snow farm. Which is funny because like a snow farm really only needs like a 2x2x2 area, but I built that entire tower for it. You saw the video recommended about him dying, and then like 2 days later you saw mine. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yusi Amaki, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Do I still have like shovels in my starter house? Maybe. Make a huge dungeon or vault for future generations. I'm definitely making things to be explored. Okay, there's shovels and swords in here. Let me see what that... Oh! Okay. It's low-key what we need. This is from end busting way back when. So we need this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Definitely that one, because that one's actually ready. This one can be combined. This one's ready. This one can be combined. Wait, we have some matches here. This is one shovel. This is one shovel. This is one shovel. And then these two don't have silk touch. Let's actually take those 5, which probably makes for 3, but whatever. Oh, that's hella expensive. I don't really care. Okay, we have shulker boxes. Like, do I have a chest or container? I have one there. Doesn't matter. Far from reality, how are you guys doing? It's midnight here, no school tomorrow. In my area, it's Monday. Yo, that's actually awesome. We're chilling, dude. We actually like did a lot of building this ice road from the main base. We're gonna have to make it like look as a reliable or a believable river. The way we do that is literally just adding snow all around. That will really sell it. But that means we need snow. Goodbye, we'll have an AVG now. We'll check if you're streaming after that. That is the funniest thing. That means potatoes, vegetables, meat. Or potatoes, meat, vegetables. Okay, let's yeet all of this stuff in here. Then I need my e-chest. Do we have a crafting table here? I don't. Dude, it's not hard to place it there. Wait. Let me get that water bucket back. I kind of want that in my inventory. For clutch-related situations. I hope the next person for you at CG is blue. I'm not going to talk at all about future generations. Because I know and you guys don't. Okay, wait. Let's start with this one shulker. I have to set up more in a second. And then the way we do this is we want to aim here. And then press F3 and T. And we can just chill. Dude, 121.9 is gonna have a feature where we can automatically hold a button to do this, so I don't have to do F3 and T anymore. That's low-key sick. The boss, why do I need snow? To decorate that swamp area. Is how Maul can be redeemed? UCG? Maybe. That's like low-key a big risk. I think Monk's redemption just has to happen in Naked and Afraid. Glenn, dude, thank you for the 7 months as a Looney Knight. Time flies when we're having fun. Dude, it sure does. Today shows that more than any other day, I think. We're going to put Glenn in the book, and we're going to put Soul in the book as a bonus name, as well as Christian Nordley. What are we talking about regarding Monk's home? We're talking about UHC Generations and my potential successor. I've already confirmed who it is, as in I know and they know, but I'm not going to tell you guys anything ever. How much Monk's Swamp just swamp? We're working on a swamp, that too. These streams are an interactive podcast, 100% Snazzy. 100%, like interactive podcast with like Minecraft in the background. That's it. And Mayo 2 Dockside with the 5 months. 2 months behind, but also loving the streams. Guys, that's an alt account. And we'll put The boss J8 in the book is a bonus name there. Will be so funny if Mog dies in the first Naked and Afraid season 3. I really want Mog to not die first. I want Mog to last for episodes, plural. But it's gonna get harder every season, so a man has to catch up at some point. Looney, are we going to sacrifice some snow golems? Yes, yes. That is by far the quickest way to spread snow. We're gonna dig until the shovel has half durability, and then we're gonna fill the shulker box. Let's start with one episode. No. I want episodes plural. You gotta believe in him. Mog can do it. Dude, I have so many DMs from friends right now. I don't know what's happening. I think they're all disconnected. Like, guys, on Twitch right now, we're 15 followers away from having 3 5s. 33,333 followers. Did I say 3 5s? 5 3s? Dang it. Why did I oof Wumba at the end? The series was over. That was literally, it was for the meme. What happened is me and Rek are sitting in a call and we're watching Wumba like put the armor on. But the rule set for the series was literally if they fight the dragon, the raid, and the wither at the same time, everyone who survives that fight has survived season 2. So all of them, I'm not going to say names in case you haven't seen it, but everybody who's still there made it to the end of the season as a survivor, which means that Wumba is the only 2-time survivor right now. After that, Wumba got the armor on, and he was like, can I outlast this damage with my healing? Can I outlast the armor damage? The answer to that question is absolutely you can, because it will give you damage equal to a standing in a cactus, which is like not serious damage. So me and Rek are just watching that, and it goes on forever. Like there's literally no end in sight, and we're watching that for minutes. At a certain point, I just say to Rek in the voice chat, like, I should just kill him, put him out of his misery. And Rek barely had the time to say, no way you do that. And I'd already typed the command. Because like, it was such an anticlimactic moment. I was like, let's make a funny moment out of it instead. And then after that, you don't see what happened because Wumba didn't have sound anymore. But like everybody else, they freaked out. I think it was a perfect finish to the season, honestly. So cool seeing the new guy be the unexpected finalist. Dude, he played such a good season. I'm still not saying names. I know who you're talking about, and like favorite POV on my end. Congratulating you on the epic snow gameplay. The snow gameplay is crazy. Deanna Barnes, thank you for the congratulations on the epic snow gameplay. I assume that's what it is. Mog is not surviving 20 minutes. Come on, guys. Come on. Succeeded as an outcast? I think I succeeded as an outcast. I just failed as a team player. The moment I made it back, I just poofed. Oh my god, guys! WoW has the most meta suggestion. He actually has the solution to Mog dying first in Naked and Afraid. I need to invite someone worse. Dude, that is so mean to both of them. Like, Mog will feel like no accomplishment when he makes it, and the other person is just sacrificial lamb. Sacrificial lamb. That sucks so bad. Looney, why do you need snow layers? We need to make sure that that ice road that we made actually gets connected with the swamp. Guys, I saw a mob in like the top left, and I don't know if it's a skeleton or a snow golem. I think it's a snow golem. It's definitely a snow golem. What changed my mind to using snow golems rather than snow layers? We need both because I can't drag snow golems on top of the trees. We're gonna do both. Snow golems are the meta, guys. It's the best strat. My mods are gonna wreck me for using snow golem. I don't even care. It's so much faster. It's the only way we do this. Okay, guys, shovel's almost there, and then we're heading to the Hall of Fame. Everything. Do I think I'll finish Code Neil's mystery? I have to. I need the Vengeance of Generations. I really, really need it. Otherwise, I don't stand a chance. How many diamond shovels have I broken? In the 200. Am I gonna murder some Chadwicks? They're not even called Chadwick! What do you mean? Wow, guys, Wild's warning me that my shovel's about to break. Well, that's literally the point. Red got unlucky with server lag. I think Red just missed the clutch. Like, looking at the footage, it didn't look like he was super lagged out or something or anything. That's a hard clutch for like anyone, because there is definitely like latency involved. I think what Reg needed to do, I think what Red should have done is literally place the water bucket before he got all the way to the bottom. It would have cut his fall damage and was way easier to hit on the side wall than on the bottom. How often does Looney stream? Christian, I stream every day, Thursday through Sunday. So 4 days a week, starting on Thursday. There we go. We're not gonna get those, I guess. Totally gonna get those. Dude, I forget how many or how fast you get snow. It's kind of crazy. That is the worst pickup of an entire container I've ever done. I had to circle it like 4 times. What's my plan for my weekend? Stay inside. That's not my plan, but Chatter's still not to stay inside. My plan for my weekend, Monday through Wednesday, is tomorrow I'm gonna hard lock in and get like the first part of the episode 3 edit all pre-cut, so Apples can start working on it. I'm gonna make the planning for the rest of UHCG episode, and then I'm gonna try to Tuesday and Wednesday finish the rest of the recordings, and then send those over too. So I want to try and get episode 3 done, because if I can do that, I think tomorrow's not the weekend, the boss. No, it's my weekend. Like, my weekend is Monday through Wednesday, kinda. It's the days I don't stream, so I get to work on all the other stuff. So what will happen is I'm gonna lock in on episode 3 of UHCG because once that's in production, I'm gonna be able to make that teleporter video, and I really want to get that out as well. Okay, guys, it is time to pause my music. If you guys want to be in the book for today, start putting messages in chat, because I'll grab your names from the chat, and we're playing Creator today, which is a banger music disc. We're gonna put Deanna Barnes in the book. We're gonna put Chester Tube in the book. This one starts so chill. We're gonna put Hugo in the book. Abzo makes it in. You want to be in the book? You got it, dude. Wait. I completely mistyped that. Tiff Inez goes in. We'll put in Zendov. Put in Crochet Clarinet. MC TBN goes in. Wait, that is like that. We'll put in... Christian is already in, I think. Let me check that. Yeah, Christian Nordley is in. What is the book? You're going to see in a second. Kimbo Pence goes in. Just JP88 makes it in. We have Akatsuki. Or Akatsuki Sniper in full. Judo Scoot goes in the book. Thank you for the follow. Wenlock Roth makes it in. Flame Franciso. I probably mispronounced that. If I did, sorry. Noob 5678 makes it in. New biomes in the grinding. Maybe one day we'll grind new biomes. Always makes it in. Put in Snazzy. Creator about to pop off here. Blue Fox Lego goes in there. We'll put in Yellow Glazed, of course. Am I still seeing names? Najid? I got you, dude. The eyes, though. Rico Costa makes it in. Creator's not the vibe for signing the book. Off-brand peanuts. It's too slow of a build. You're done, dude! Thank you for being here, and thank you for the $1 dono. Udu's gonna go in the book. Have a great weekend. Thank you. I'm Loki stoked. Astra Lydia goes in the book. Georgie makes it in. Kirsty Macmillan. This is a long music disc too. Mandy Ross, Sonder, Bedat. I think Big Step is more of a jam for this. All right, you know what, guys? Benny McCheese still here. This one, this music disc is gonna go out of the collection. This great one, but not for a book signing. Oh, it's got a great ending though. Leanne Ivik goes in the book. How do you get in the book? The boss? Wait, I did put you in, right? I didn't. Let me get you in the book too. And then we're signing for September 21st, 2025. Is that correct? It is correct. Signing close. Guys, the books go over here. That's what this entire library is. So, everyone who went in the book just now, you guys are now part of the world. I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Have a great Monday through Wednesday. I was going to say weekend, but that's not how it works. If you guys were watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. See you soon. Until the next one, Looney out. And if you guys are watching on Twitch,